Greetings and welcome to the Initiative Order, and welcome to our session of Witches and Spellcraft. Before we jump into player and character intros, I want to give a quick shout out to our wonderful sponsors and let you know what they have set up for you all. Starting off, we have Session Zero Clothing, D&D inspired streetwear. Nothing quite saying I'm a nerd on the streets when you've got the clothes so clean. And Session Zero gets you going what you need. You can use the code ORDER at checkout for 15% off. And I mean, who doesn't want to look stylish in the nerdiest possible way? Session Zero Clothing. And also Norse Foundry, artisan dice makers. I mean, we all love a little bit of dice from D6s to D20s. We are addicted to those shiny math rocks. And you can use the code TIO15 at checkout for 15% off. And also, we have Roaming Player Gear, amazing tabletop gaming supplies by our own GotDM. I mean, really, you need to have the supplies. You can't have a good table without the tools to make it wonderful. And you can use the code Carnaby20 for 20% off the dice tower or dice tray combo set. So check out Roaming Player Gear. And last but not least, we have Mithril Armory, our amazing giveaway sponsors, creators of Insane Dice, tabletop tiles, and gaming accessories. Let's roll that video.
From the same team who created the world's first foldable metal D20 comes a colorful evolution. Introducing the world's first all-metal, foldable, full-color RPG dice set. Now you can enjoy a full set of foldable RPG dice, designed with thicker, sturdier metal and in full color by our favorite designers. The 2 included sheets contain a total of 9 dice, 1d20, 1d12, 2d10, 1d8, 3d6, and 1d4. They come in multiple designs, and new ones will become unlocked as we reach our stretch goals. Tinhedrals, foldable metal dice, by Mithril Armory.
I mean, look at that's amazing stuff there. And Mithril Armory gets you what you need. And they are also going to be doing our giveaway for today. So, I mean, it's going to be a wonderful stay till the break to check out about the giveaway and how you could become a winner and get some great merch from Mithril Armory. And also, we'd like to say we are proud ambassadors of Jaspers Game Day, a charity trying to raise awareness and prevention of teenage suicide. Please check the links in our About section. It's important to let it be known that people are here to support you and those that you know. And if you can spread that same support, we can all grow better as people, community, not just locally, but globally. Now let's introduce our wonderful players for today's session. I'm going to move it over to Carly. Launch it off.
Hi, I'm Carly. I go by Pond Plays on all of my social medias. You can find me every Monday on Fateful Encounters at 7 p.m. Yeehaw time or Central time. You know, just depends on where you live. And today I'll be playing Lucinda Cabernacle. I really like cats.
Love it. Meow, meow, purr, purr. Moving on to our very own from Mithril Armory, David, take it away.
Yes, I'm David, also from Mithril Armory, and I play quite often with Realmsmith, so you can find me at Realmsmith_Dave on Twitch and Twitter and Instagram. And I'm playing Rain. I feel a lot of feelings, and I want you to be comfortable with your feelings too.
You already got me in my feelings, and I'm loving it. And Jess.
Hey, I'm Jess. You can find me at Rising Valkyrie on Instagram, and I'll be starting this Sunday. I'll be in a 6-part mini-series on TIO called Evermore Tales, so I'm very excited to be in that. I'm going to be in a stream on D'Angelo's channel at some point as well next week or the week after. So check in always on my Instagram for promos if you ever want to check out the streams I'm in. And my character today is called Rayla. She is going to be a badass with a bad attitude.
Badass with a bad attitude. That's a tagline for a Kill Bill movie sequel if I've ever heard one. And what can I say? It's J Casual. I aspire to inspire to the day I expire with no plans to retire. You can find me on all social media at casual_Campbell, doing all kinds of entertainment things, including on my Twitch, where I do storytelling like you're going to see today. And today, again, is Witches and Spellcraft, a tabletop role playing game created by Margaret Crone, where it's an amazing setting where it's about, well, witches and spellcraft. And these wonderful members of our coven will be heading to the University of Aethercraft, where we believe in the motto, knowledge above all nonsense. Let's roll. And look at that, the beautiful intro. Special thank you to the Initiative Order and their amazing craftsmanship in those designs as we settle into the session. The summer has ended and the beginning of fall has come. The leaves are changing colors, the temperature is bringing itself down, and truly, it's a wonderful time of the year. Everyone is heading back to school, and that includes everyone from primary school and beyond. And by beyond, I mean to the realms of magic. Each of our individuals are on their way to get to class, school, and begin the new years of learning. They are second and third year witches, meaning they've passed their preliminary first year of learning magic basics, and they are considered advanced students in their own rights. And right now, I believe Lucinda is making her way to the destination portal that's supposed to take her to school.
Yeah, so it is a rainy morning in Salem, Massachusetts. Um, mhm, mhm.
Salem, Massachusetts. I love it.
Yeah, that's obviously where she's from. She's currently riding on her fixie bicycle with her cat, Barnaby, sitting on the back under his own little black umbrella, and making her way to the Salem College of Liberal Arts.
And so you make your way to Salem College of Liberal Arts and prepare to face the day. Uh, you know that each year the portals to get to this Aether College is different. However, everyone knows that the portal exists in multiple colleges across the world and other locations that aren't attached to schools. And as you make your way to the college, you're excited to enter your next year of learning. And as you enter the College of Liberal Arts, you open the door expecting to see the interior of the building that you're used to, but instead you find yourself drifting through a starry night sky. The sounds of stars literally shooting by you, the decorative night sky ever so luminescent, and a faint smell of lavender and lilacs. Before suddenly everything just snap goes dark. Rain, you are also making your way to school.
Yeah, heading up the coast. Again, a gloomy day. Up and down the hills, just following the windy road that follows the land beside the river. Kind of looking out the window, watching the rain streak across and the mist go by.
And it's a beautiful sight indeed as you're going around the road, and it feels serene even though the dark overcast is holding it through. And as you're driving, you start to turn one of these sharp bends, and as you hit the corner, you suddenly find yourself flying through the sky, the night sky, much like many others have before you, drifting amongst the stars. You see a celestial body flying by you before it does for you as well go dark. Rayla, I believe you are also making your way to school.
Oh, probably getting on my combat boots, doing up my making sure my leather jacket's straight, everything's all ready, my eyeliner's caked on by the pound, and I sling my backpack over my shoulder and don't even bother saying goodbye because I know no one's home. And I jump on my motorbike, my hover motorbike, rev the engine, put on my helmet full of my favorite bands and the logos and the stickers, and I set off at full speed through that portal towards school.
And you are driving full speed because you know when you get the highest velocity, it's the most amount of rush. You're going at the fastest speed your bike can manage. And as you're driving, you realize you're on a straight road and there's a wall right in front of you. And just as you're about to hit impact, you find yourself drifting through the night sky. This time, yours is filled instead of the celestial bodies, it's the echo of the sounds of stars. You can hear a cascading drum, guitar, and other musical instruments that you have found to adore before it turns dark. Then you each simultaneously all hear the same snap. And you each find yourself standing in a massive crowd of individuals in front of this glorious stone castle that seems to be sitting on clouds itself. And before you is a long bridge that branches out into 6 different directions. And at the front of this entire group, you see a stout female looking at each of you. Welcome all to the University of Aethercraft. You are all welcomed to have learned the basics of magic. The first years have already been directed to the preliminary locations. Each of you have passed the first year of Coven, and now you are moving on to becoming greater witches than the world has ever seen. 100 years ago, one witch had accidentally broke the breach beyond the material plane and the land of magic. So for the last 100 years, we have learned to add ourselves and acclimate to society the best we can. It has been a challenge for many, as magic is hard to curve with these mortals around, but we have learned, we have mastered, and we shall strive to do it further and beyond. For we shall not let ourselves be confused, because what do we believe in most? And you hear the collective knowledge above all nonsense. And everyone kind of gets excited. You can see a few people in the back scoffing as they've heard this dozen times before. You can see some older witches in the group, some that appear to be much, much younger, a few that might be 12 or even 13. You are all excited to reach your classes as she speaks further. Now, each of you take the bridge and I shall guide you to your school. Of course, I know some of you wish you had been in multiple different choices. Some have many wished to go into the entanglement of reality, but sadly that college was full. Walk across the bridge, and you shall be guided with the rest of your coven. Thank you, and may your magic be mystical. And she suddenly transforms into a massive, like, eagle and flies away towards the massive stone-built castle in the back. And some people are confused, and then after a few moments, people start walking across the bridge. What do you three do?
I am absolutely at the head of the pack walking across the bridge. I am very excited about this, and I took notes for her entire speech. I have it all verbatim in my spellbook. Also, my cat is sitting on my shoulders.
Big sigh for me at the end of this speech. Just and starts just kind of trudging forward with the group.
Like I noticed Rain sigh as much as I do with my arms crossed and my leg like swung over my bike, kind of just sitting there laid back, trying to listen but not really paying attention. And then notice Rain, same attitude, pretty much kind of just. So with that slight kinship, she's gonna, Rayla's gonna, well, I will head over to Rain and I'll say, look, dude, you seem like kind of my people. Like, I guess, do you want to jump on? I'll give you a ride.
Yeah. Okay. He gets on.
Look, yeah, you don't have to. Just saying, and then.
No, it's fine. It's all right. It's quicker than
again. As
walk.
She goes to rev, and she will fucking speed up the side and almost like an inch, probably away from Lucinda, like on the side of Lucinda, and just the gust. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
grips around tight as his head whips back.
and you start getting pulled across this bridge. And once you make it to this point where the other six go, you suddenly feel yourself being turned, almost as if the bridge itself moves for you. And Lucinda, you notice that as they reach that apex point of the bridge's connection, those two disappear, bike and all. As for Rain and Rayla, as you kind of get through this point where you feel the bridge turning, the bike itself starts to dematerialize and your momentum is slowed down as suddenly you find yourself standing at the edge of the bridge, standing in front of not a stone built castle that you saw previously, but this seems more like a massive obsidian black wood mansion.
Ooh.
It's very gothic in design with Victorian spires and archways, has a beautiful garden in front of it, and you can even see, if you look beyond, there seems to be like a forest behind it and mountains in the back, almost as if it's an entire place set there. And Lucinda, as you kind of keep walking, you find yourself at that apex point too, feeling your body shifting for a moment before you too snap and appear at the edge of this bridge walkway, standing next to Rayla, and you do see a few other people who are kind of already approaching the house, who have been kind of, looks like other people have kind of collectively been talking to each other, been doing their own greet.
So I'll notice Rayla and Rain, and I'll just kind of walk up and be like, "Hello,
Hi.
are you also new here?"
Kinda. This is a new coven, I think, for all of us, no?
It is for me.
Yeah, same here. Sorry about that. When I breezed straight past you there, I didn't mean to.
I didn't even notice. You're fine,
What
It's
was your
okay.
name?
People don't usually notice me either.
right? My name's Lucinda, and this is Steven.
Hey, Steve.
And what's your name, dude? You seemed alright. You hung on there.
Oh, I'm Rain.
Nice to meet
What-
you.
What's your name?
I'm Rayla. And then
Thanks.
I kind of
Thanks for
lift
the
up
ride.
the side and then show you like a unicorn tattoo and say, this one, this is Glimmer.
Neat.
Glimmer's my
He kind of squints at the thought of naming a tattoo.
yeah,
And
and
as
then
you're
I like
sitting there,
snap my fingers and a full-size unicorn will appear from my tattoo just next to me, just captured. It's
That's
very cool.
way neater than I thought it was at first. Amazing. Can I pet it?
Yeah, go for it, Glimmer. Be good, yeah? Play nice.
Just fully just rub the face.
and then as you're all kind of
Rain just-
collectively out here, you start to see black smoke come from the chimney located on the west wing of the mansion, and it starts to shift colors after a few seconds: white, red, orange, yellow, blue, purple, and then turns into glitter before dissipating. And then you see a few of the other students kind of scramble to pick up their stuff and head through the front door.
Ooh, time to go. And I'm just gonna like scoop up all my stuff and like hope to see you in there. And then I'm gonna just scurry off because I have no time.
Do we know
for
what that
this.
means? The smoke doing that?
I have
You
no
have-
idea.
And yeah,
This looks
Rain,
exciting.
Rayla, you wouldn't have either. You just see a few people who are scrambling, but you have no idea what this is supposed to signify in any capacity.
I just see the people scrambling and I want to be involved. So that's why I'm going immediately towards that direction.
I'm gonna tell Glimmer to get back in the tattoo insignia and probably just casually walk towards that way of some form, very slowly.
Yeah, I kind of split the difference between Lucinda and Rayla. Like, I know I should be going there, but I don't know why.
And as you all kind of get to the door, you see a few of them trying to open it, but it's not opening before suddenly it opens itself. And standing there before you appears to be a skeleton made of like ivory instead of normal bone, dressed in a full black suit with a white tie. And next to that one is another skeleton with ebony bones, wearing a full white tie or white suit with a black tie. And One of them speaks. Ah, yes, it seems they have arrived. I guess it's time to get it started. The other one, ah, yes, all right. Welcome to the College of, no, college, school of Chaos. Yes, indeed. We're here to have a good time, right? Looks like a runt of students. The other one responds. You got to be more polite to them. They don't know what quite the deal with here. Yes. Come on in. Make your way. Be careful of it. Don't put any dirt on the floor. We just finished polishing. And they both step aside to let you through.
As Rain walks between them, he's gonna look at the one with the black suit and say, "I like your suit. I like the color." And then he's gonna look at the other one and say, "I like your bones." And then he keeps walking.
See, they've got manners. Some of them. You got to speak better than that. I don't know what you're talking about. And keeps letting you through. And you enter, and it's a massive foyer in front of you with like a 2-spiral staircase that lead upstairs. And it seems to be a dining room if you keep going forward. But there doesn't seem to be any other passageways outside of these stairs that lead up to a door, and then this hallway in front of you. But you do see at the top of the stairs this tall individual. The immediate thing you notice is their bright, like smoke and ashen hair as they stand there with a black cloak with a tank top underneath. Is it time already? You're all the second 30s, right?
Yes.
And you hear a few of them mumble, kind of confused. Greetings. The name's Discord. I'm technically the one in charge of the College of Chaos. Excuse the two over there, Ozium and Possum. They like to greet. Anyway, technically you should be headed to your first class. So head through the hallway and you'll be there. Good luck, and please don't burn the place down. Or do. It's fine. Honestly, at this point, I don't care.
No promises.
And then he just kind of turns around and goes through the door without acknowledging anybody further. And when I say go through, I mean literally walks through the door. Like the door kind of opens itself, like a form silhouette opens as it molds. He steps through and it seals back behind him.
This seems incredibly unscheduled. I don't know how I feel about this.
This is my style. Guess I could get used to this.
And a few of the students already start walking through the hallway. And as they enter the end of the hallway, much like the bridge, as soon as they pass the threshold at the end of the hallway, where the dining room seems to be, they disappear.
No time like the present. And then I'm just gonna march through where everyone else just went.
I just make a point that I hadn't dusted off my soles of my shoes on the doormat on the way in. Just to shake a little extra dust as I walked across towards where I needed to go.
And all you hear is, God damn it, see, I told you. I swear if I get one more dust speck, I will eat them. Just as you step through, and it seems like silence, as if wherever you pass through, everything behind it, vanishes. And you find yourself in a massive clearing. It's like the center of a forest, but it's this short grass compared to the tall grass earlier, and trees around the rim going up several 100 feet tall. And in the very center, there seems to be what looks to be like a fountain with a well indent in the middle and a series of chairs circling around it. Seems about 13 chairs. You see about 6 of them filled so far. And in the you see the students filled, and you see at least one person, this tall female figure, long blonde hair, wearing this exquisite white dress decorated with various colors on different parts of it, as if it was an abstract painting, sitting there with a book in hand, legs crossed at the edge of the fountain.
Are there enough chairs for everybody? Can I go have a seat?
Yeah, there's at least 6 more. There's about 7 more open seats right now. So if there's there's room to sit.
Kind of equidistant away from everybody. So as far away from other people as I could be, I want to choose that seat.
Got it. So you kind of notice people there's like a group of 3, then there's like another group of 2, and there's someone kind of nearby the group of 2, and you see them kind of looking over. So there's like at least 4 seats that kind of are away from everyone, and they're kind of like that. There's a center seat That lets you get a good distance from both groups of those people.
Yeah, I want that center seat.
I will sit immediately to the left of Rain. Like, regardless of how much space there is available, I will sit directly next to him.
So wait, there's like these seats, right? And wait, hold on. Anywhere obnoxious I could sit.
Technically, you can either sit on the other side of Rain, or you can squeeze in the seat between the other groups that have already sat. There's like one seat left between them.
Okay.
You could technically also sit anywhere. You just see those chairs.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not gonna sit in a chair. I'm conventional. Come on, as if.
And you can sit on the floor, stand. It's up to you. What do you do in this room?
So is it like basically similar to a classroom facing the lady in the white dress?
It's a full circular space, so you can sit technically behind her, or you can be directly in front of her in spacing wise.
Yeah.
She's just sitting at the edge of the fountain side right now.
Okay. Huh.
Trying to figure out how obnoxious you can be.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how obnoxious I could actually be. All right, I'm going to sit next to Teach on the edge of that fountain with my feet up, like just on the ledge, just leaning back and just on my elbow, just kind of leaning on the side of the fountain.
And you all see Rayla just sit right next to this female who's sitting there, book set, and a few more people are kind of gathering. Some people are kind of like, "Oh, why is she sitting over there? What is she doing? What? Who would do that?" Someone's like, "God damn, she's bold." Someone else is like, "I think she's the cool one." And then another one's like, "I think she's just trying to get attention." And you can hear these whispers for a moment as the rest of the seats kind of fill up. And then suddenly the room shifts again. As you were once in this beautiful clearing, it now suddenly looks grotesque, almost like a swamp. This fountain is nothing but there's mold on it, and this algae sits on it. These chairs seem to be made of bones instead of the normal wood that they once were. The ground that was once grass is now little putrid spots, and the trees bend over and lurching, almost in anguish of their situation. And the female, still adorned in her elegant white, stands up. "Welcome, children. I am Katarina Chikova, but you can call me Katya. I shall be teaching you how to properly conjure situations and things. Conjuration is believed to just be summoning, but it is moving one thing of reality to another." And then snaps her finger, and Rayla appears from where she was sitting on the fountain to a chair.
I just want to say that, like, with Rain sitting next to me and how close I'm sitting to him, you feel Lucinda begin to like lightly vibrate with excitement. And I lean over and I just say, "I applied to the college for this professor." And then I'm just gonna like.
Which chair did she put me in?
She put you on the one next to Lucinda.
Okay, fine. I'm just gonna deliberately just get up and sit on the ground in front of it.
When she appears in the seat on the other side of Lucinda, I want to point like, "Oh, look, she's right there." And then as soon as Lucinda turns, I'm going to move one seat away and be like, whoa, she moved me too.
As Katya kind of looks around the classroom. "Now today, you will learn the proper way to conjure. And sometimes conjuration is things that you'd want, and sometimes it's conjuring away things you don't. Today, I teach you how to conjure entire circumstances." And once more, you see her start to snap her fingers, and the hairpin that was holding out pulls through almost like a chopstick, holds it, and she taps on the fountain, and you see this green water start to flow for a moment, and it forms into a water bubble in the air, and she pops it. And as it pops, that mist happens, and you find yourself back into that forest, that elegant beauty. Sometimes we like to conjure the world around us. Who would like to be the first to give it a try? And she looks as
immediately.
like a few people are like, Lucinda's hands high up. "Ah, yes. You, come."
coming. And I'll just like get up and I'll very gingerly like step around Rayla on the floor. Like I'm very cautious of her space, and then I'll immediately just run up to the front of the class because I'm ready.
Rain moves back to his original seat, away from everybody else.
All right, you are name
Lucinda.
Lucinda. So I need you to follow the same steps, and I need you to conjure us a new location.
Okay.
No? And Katya kind of steps to the side, motions to the fountain. So this will be the first roll for the spell casting. When doing a spell casting, what you do is you'll be rolling 2d8 and adding that total. In Witches and Spellcraft, you can get advantages, things that are tied to your personality trait, things that are tied to your physicality, and things tied to things you like, that you hate, and other circumstances can increase your odds of having a success. Send what advantages would you like to apply?
Okay. So I would like to say it is my favorite teacher.
Okay.
My favorite type of I don't think that one counts. Hold on, wait. It's a favorite teacher. I am going to my favorite place is conjuration class.
That's
I
acceptable.
put it in my sheet. And then I am going to try and take us to the cattery at my family's home, which was written about in my backstory.
All right. So that's at least 3.
I think that's all I can really, without being like super extra. I think that's all
Got
I can
it.
really.
So you will have a +3 to your roll to determine your success.
Okay. So 2d8 and then I add 3 to it.
Correct.
Okay. So let's see. That's 12.
12.
Succeed.
A 12 is a partial success.
Yes.
You have succeeded. However, I shall describe how it happens. So you are attempting as you describe to me how you start the spell leading up to pulling up the bubble.
So I am going to pull my wand out of my bag, and it is a hand-carved, surprisingly pink and white piece of wood, and it has just little cat's hand engraved all the way up the tip of the wand. And I am going to pet Stephen. While I pet Stephen and think of home, I'm going to close my eyes, and I'm just going to mimic the same hand movements and then pull the water up.
So as you pull the water up, everyone kind of notices that the water seems to vibrate almost as if it's unable to really hold the form as it comes up, and the bubble forms, and it's a little more less spherical, more almost like an oval, and it's kind of moving, and some of it's kind of dripping off as you go to pop it. There's this slight pungent smell that reminds you of like a litter box that starts to happen, and then you all find yourself surrounded by kittens that are all kind of waving their way in, and the room starts to shift. The walls come up. However, the walls are kind of broken and cracked a bit. And you find yourself with other cats that are around, and you also see a few dogs that seem to have appeared. The spell has worked to a degree, but the full conjuration seems to be distorted as you start to hear the sounds of cats and dogs literally chasing one another in this room. It is important sometimes that you do your best to concentrate. Lucinda, you have accomplished, but I believe you can do better.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, the rest of you, she snaps her finger and the room goes back to that beautiful garden, and each of you have a bucket of water in front of you. You don't always need to have water, but water makes it easier to flow things through. If you focus on what you see in the water, it creates what everyone else sees. Now, I need for each of you to try and change the room. So each of you, Rain and Rayla, you will get the chance to roll 2d8 to try and practice the spell.
All right, I actually like chaos, and I loved what Lucinda did. Uh, laughing at chaos that ensued. and I want to. I would like to kind of try to repeat that.
You're gonna try to repeat.
I would like to intentionally repeat the mess. The mess of cats and dogs and broken walls.
All right, I will give you at least one advantage for trying to create a room of chaos. And I will even add another one as you were trying to mimic exactly the steps done for Lucinda to represent what she also did. So I will give you at least +2.
Okay. So I rolled an 11. So it'll be 13 total.
13 is a success. You succeed in your casting, and you get to describe how it happens.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll bring up the. I ruffle through my bag. The wand is at the bottom, the very bottom, with like all the pencils and everything. So just all loose at the very bottom of the bag. So I'll pull it out. It's kind of just jaggedy and twisty, and I'll hold it over the bucket, and up comes this sort of black blob of water. And when it bursts, just like Lucinda managed to do, these cats start coming out everywhere, and the dogs start coming out, and the dogs start chasing the cats, and it smells like a litter box, and these cracky walls are everywhere, and Rain just loves it.
And you see, Katya, I see, you have tried the art of imitation. And imitation is truly the greatest form of flattery. Well done. And Rayla, it is also your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna try and attempt to teleport to my favorite place in my home. I don't like Goody Two Shoes. I really loathed Goody Two Shoes. So seeing Lucinda do what she did, it's like, because I am confident, I am gonna do better than her.
All right, so I will add at least 2 so far for your favorite place and to one up Lucinda.
What else can I say? What else can I do? Within that, my favorite place, it is like very edgy because it's the place that I designed in my household, and I am very edgy myself.
I'll allow that. That is 3, and I believe 3 is the best you'll get on what I'm seeing on your sheet. All right, so you can get a +3 on this roll.
Nice. Let's go. Okay, really? Okay, that's an 11 because I got 1 1 and 1 7.
An 11. An 11 is a success, however partial. You have succeeded. As you are taking this water, much like Lucinda's did, the bubble seems unable to hold, and it starts to become murky in color, reminiscent of the swamp color that was before, and then it pops. And so these cats and dogs and the smell of litter boxes overwhelming you and brings you to this room that seems to be dark and dreary, but suddenly flowers start protruding out of the cats and dogs. And suddenly it starts to rain, but it's raining more flower petals. You've managed to do a soft success of the room. However, it's not fully functional of what you needed to do to get the full form of the room. However, each of you have added the spell Spare Room to your spell list. It allows you to convert a room into any form that visually looks appealing to your choice. You conjure a spare room. I do say, this has been fun. However, snaps fingers, and you find yourself in this large square room, square room, with no chairs, no seats, anything. It's just a black obsidian wooden room with no other stuff in it. It is important to know how to properly take the dimensions of the room. However, sometimes, and as she's saying that, suddenly the room shifts again. And this time you each find yourself standing on a platform above the mouth of a volcano.
Oh.
The only thing you're standing on is that wooden platform you were standing on before. Okay, I said we had completed. We are not doing these spells anymore. And suddenly the platform below Katya vanishes, just a small square, and she falls down towards the volcano.
I cast Cataclysmic Event to fill the volcano with spectral, fluffy, soft kitties.
All right, go ahead and roll me your spell.
Okay. So it's a level 1, so that adds 1 to it already, right?
Yes, so it starts off
Okay.
with a +1 by default because it's a level 1 spell.
It's to save my favorite professor.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a spell about cats. And we're still technically in the conjuration room.
Got it. So I believe that's 4.
Is that
Plus
4?
4.
Okay. I must save Katya. Her name is Katya.
I didn't even realize Katya cat. Haha.
Oh no, I failed.
What did you get?
I got an 8.
An 8. An 8 is a failure. So as you try to summon this wave of cats, you get ready as you see it happening. The shock of watching your favorite professor falling down towards the volcano's mouth. You try to immediately cast a spell on some of these cats, and all you hear from the volcano's mouth is meow as she continues to fall down there, and you see her.
I wanna.
hit.
Can I do reaction?
Of course,
Can I, as a reaction, make up the spell?
absolutely.
I'm gonna
Tell
create.
me the name of the spell and what it'll do.
Okay. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna call it Marshmallow Princess. No. Yeah. That's
Yeah,
fine. Marshmallow Princess,
Marshmallow Princess. I'm here for it.
which is very odd for her. And what she's gonna do is it turns that hole, there's like a layer of marshmallow that stops the lava, and anything else it just cushions the fall.
Okay, so you just create a marshmallow of varying size.
Like a cloud, like it's enough to fill the size, yeah, the size of the whole of the volcano. Yes.
All right, go ahead and roll me to cast this Marshmallow Princess spell.
Yeah. Feeling confident in my own abilities. Otherwise, I wouldn't have, you know.
Yeah, I mean, you did also just watch Lucinda fail at doing a spell, so that confidence does tie to this since Lucinda has become your target of competition.
Yes. What else can I use? What else can I use? What else can I use? Come on. Come on. No, I don't think so.
All right, so that's I will give you 2
Mm-hmm.
for your confidence and competition towards Lucinda now.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll me the 2d8 plus 2.
Okay. We'll do. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Don't be nice. That's a 14, 16. That's a 16.
16. A 16 is a success. How does Marshmallow Princess save Katya?
Okay, so you'll see the edgiest of edgelords, right? But she will start firing off little cute pink lightning bolts, like pastel purple lightning bolts that come out of her fingers. And as it happens, cubes and cubes of cubes are like cushions of like marshmallow start appearing in a checkered form of like pastel purple and whites. So just little patches of a checkerboard that fills up the entire space of inside that volcano, which somehow is strong enough to stop lava too, but enough to cushion her fall into it. And she kind of gets swallowed into it. So she kind of disappears for a moment and then just kind of bounces out a little bit. Yeah.
So you see her kind of sink through for a moment from the impact and kind of rise up. And you all can see from your platform above the volcano mouth looking down, you can see that she's safe. This is unacceptable. And like snaps her fingers in the room. You can start to see is like almost dissolving, reappearing back into the room. And you see her just on the ground where she was standing earlier. Now, who in this room decided that it'd be funny to play such a joke? And everyone in the room just kind of looks at one another. I see. If that is how it shall be, I shall keep this in mind for our future studies. Dismissed, all of you. Now, go. And like several of the students kind of like get up in like confusion. But you do notice at least one of them, noticeably with this dark red hair, kind of is like the first one out of the room with her like bag that seems to be decorated with fire stickers. It just walks out of the room.
Mm-hmm.
And you see her as she exit towards the entrance of the door, vanishes upon like reaching the door. Like as soon as her hand reaches for it, disappears.
Mm-hmm.
Can I chase after her?
Absolutely. You want to give chase?
Yeah. were we all able to walk through this door before, or did it have to be open?
Well, it seemed to have last time just teleported you to the space. So you're not quite sure. Last you walked through a hallway that led to a dining room and you got teleported.
I'm gonna try to run through the door she ran through. Just as I get close, I'll protect my face a little bit just in case.
It's a good choice.
So you're going to try to go through the door?
Yeah, I want to run and try to catch up to her.
All right. So as you start to run and you kind of make your way to the door, as soon as you get into contact with the door, you suddenly, everyone else watches as Rain disappears and you find yourself back in that foyer where everybody had collectively met before. And you do see that woman with red hair make a sharp turn up towards the stairs. And halfway up the stairs, she kind of tries to jump off of the stairs and disappears. So she jumps over the railing and vanishes.
Yeah, so I'll be calling for her. She runs like, hey, 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 hey. And then after she jumps through, I'm going to go back into the room to find my friends.
Friend.
Yeah, I guess
Your
my
friends that you scooted away from. You think Lucinda didn't notice that, Rain?
Katerina did that.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll come back into the room.
So as you try to make your way back, you actually kind of find your way. As you step through, you do feel the door as if, like, even though there's the hallway, you feel the door. And it kind of reveals itself to be like an illusory situation where the door is in front of you again. So as you open it, you see people kind of like, oh, the door does work.
Okay. So I'll go through that. Yeah.
I'm hungry. Can we get a snack?
Snack does sound good.
Right?
Okay, you grab a snack.
I'm quite peckish. What are you guys feeling?
Did that. I kind of want to catch the girl, but that's okay.
Oh,
Isn't she already gone? Did we miss her? I don't know. I couldn't be asked.
Yeah. She jumped off the stairs.
I mean,
I think she's okay.
we could. I could send Steven after her and see if perhaps he can find her. He's a little more agile at stairs than I am.
When you have to, like, while you're talking about it, Rayla's already going to be heading over there onto the banister and just leaping headfirst in.
I wouldn't.
All right. So as you kind of go up the banister and you kind of jump off, as you kind of start, you jump. Once you get over the railing, you find yourself immediately standing in what appears to be like a small kitchen.
And for us, she disappears, right? She would have.
Yeah, you see, like, as soon as she jumps over the banister, disappears, much like you saw the redhead do. And Rayla, you find yourself in a small little kitchen. You know, it's got a fridge, stove. It's very small and quaint. And you do see like at least two other people over here.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll go up to the top railing as well. Not as confidently jumping off, but I'll sit on the railing for a second and close my eyes and then push myself forward.
And as you push yourself forward, ready to feel that full like 1-story drop, you immediately get off the ground, feeling like you just kind of leaped off the counter of the kitchen counter to the ground, standing next to Rayla.
I'll follow and I'll just like step my legs over the railing, like, and hold my breath. Like I'm just like, whoop. And then I plug my nose because I don't know what I'm gonna get myself into.
And you drop as well?
Yes.
And since you put both feet over and you kind of go, as soon as you do, it's like almost you prepare for the drop and you kind of stumble as you find yourself stepping onto the ground immediately. Like, oh, like when you kind of go for an extra step of stairs and there isn't one.
Yeah, I know exactly. I do that in my house all the time.
And you kind of see the two other people who are kind of sitting by like a small table where they've got like, looks like they both made a sandwich, just kind of sitting there looking over like, what is, okay.
Is the redhead girl here?
Yeah, have you seen her?
And one of the individuals, short little, pale kid. He's got like black hair. Yeah, she came in. grabbed a soda, and then went out the back. And you see like there's another door. There's like 2 doors that leads to the kitchen, but like points to the one next to them.
This is getting to be a lot of work. I don't know if I want to follow her anymore.
Yes.
Well, we're already here. It's an adventure.
Rayla goes and opens the fridge to see if there's anything she can make and take with her for this adventure.
That's fair.
So as you when you first open the fridge, it's completely empty. Like you don't see anything. It's perfectly polished, like it's been freshly cleaned, but you don't see a single item in there.
She'll close the door and reopen it out of just being flabbergasted that it's empty.
And just like before, you open it and nothing.
Huh.
And then the pale kid kind of comes up and closes it. Turkey sandwich, opens it, and sitting on the counter, it's a turkey sandwich. Grabs it, pulls it out. The house it responds to what you want, but only when you ask for it.
I see.
I'm gonna close the door. I'm gonna go redhead girl and open the fridge.
All right, so this is a fun one because I need you to roll me your spare room spell.
Oh no.
Okay.
Oh goodness.
It's amazing.
Let's see if I have anything I can add to this.
No, I wanted to.
Serious, dark, and emotional. It doesn't sound like that's gonna help. Chaos and poetry. Doesn't seem like that's gonna help.
I mean, you are
all right.
pulling a woman into a fridge, if it works.
Yeah, I don't. So what do you think? That's chaotic?
Yeah, it's at the very least rude.
At the very least rude.
Okay. Would you grant me that one?
Oh, I'll give you one. You get one advantage to add to this roll.
Okay. It's a 10.
A 10. A 10 is a partial success. You perform the action, but I describe it. So as you kind of see how this works, and you go and you open it, and there you see the picture of a redheaded girl.
I'll just close the fridge. I'd like to make up a spell here.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure of the mechanics of this, and I'm not sure what to call it. It's going to be this guy's sandwich, and try to rip it in half, but have the 2 halves be the size of the original.
You're ripping a sandwich in half to have 2 whole sandwiches?
Yeah. So each half ends up the size of the original piece, so that he still has what he started with, but I can have a little bit too.
You know, I'm actually first off here for that kind of spell. I wish I could have that spell. Please go ahead and roll me that.
Okay. I don't. Let's see if I have anything that's going to help with this. I think I don't. And it's a 7.
7. That is a failure. As you are like, you take the sandwich and you're like, I got this. As you try to cast magic on it, and you get ready to tear it in half, and it tears cleanly in half. And once it's done, both halves of the sandwich are like half of that. And then as you try to hold on to it, it does it again and again until all you have left is like a small bite-sized piece of a sandwich in both hands.
Yeah, I put it back in its plate and I said, sorry I ruined your sandwich. I'm sorry I ruined everything.
Oh.
And he's like, it's cool, man. I'll just get another one later.
What kind of sandwich was that?
Turkey.
It was a turkey sandwich.
And I'll just walk over to the fridge and I'll be like, 2 turkey sandwiches. And then I'll open the fridge and I'll pull them out and I'll hand the guy a new one, and then I will hand Rain one, and I'll be like, there you go, bud.
I'm like, guys, I wanted to use the fridge first.
Oh,
what the
sorry.
hell?
He just ripped this guy's sandwich in half.
Oh, guys, I just wanted food. Right. And then She'll go like, she'll hold the handle. She'll go, I just want salmon, a sushi platter, okay? A salmon sushi platter. That's all I want, okay? And then she opens it.
And there before you is a salmon sushi platter.
And then she'll just grab that and like the chopsticks will come in the little pack, with the soy sauce and yeah.
Mhm.
Or she'll just grab one and hold the sushi by her mouth and have an idea. You can see like the light bulb go in her face. And she'll go, Rayla will go, wait, I have an idea. And I want to come up with a new spell.
All right. Bring the new spell.
I love this.
It's called Come to Me, I'm Lazy.
I'm lazy. All right.
Teleport anyone she's ever seen before, and so she can imagine them so they can come to her instead of her going to them.
Okay. Go ahead and be lazy and have them come to you. Roll me the spell.
Okay. Anything.
And who are you trying to pull?
The redhead.
All right.
The fire on the head backpack. Yeah. Okay. She's always confident. I'm just gonna keep that one as the first one. Always.
I will allow this because this is pretty confident to think you could just get someone to teleport to you. I'm here for it.
She's not alone. She hates being alone, so she's not actually alone though. She's now made a kinship of sorts between the
You know what? The power to summon someone because you hate being alone. I'll allow that.
Yeah. Anything else? Anything else I can use? I don't think so.
In what situation are we allowed to aid somebody that's casting a spell?
Typically, that if anyone's casting a spell and you want to aid them, you can always choose to essentially do a spell circle if it's preemptively decided to do so. What you can do is you just pretty much cast as if you're trying to cast a spell, and for every success you get, they get a +1 to their spell. So if she's trying to cast a spell, you have the ability to roll 2d8, add any advantages that you'd like, and for every success that is given, she will get an additional 1 to her spell.
Okay, so Rayla will tell her, for fuck's sake, guys, can someone give me some help? This is hard. And be abrasive, because she is abrasive.
Okay.
Fine. Do we have to hold hands or something?
No, I don't want to touch you very much. And then I'll just sort of like hover my hands over their hands. And I will lean my face into Steve because he is my focus and my familiar.
All right, so Rain and Lucinda, go ahead and give me your spell rolls. Add any advantages that you'd like.
I'm definitely going to succeed at this because I'm very cocky. I'm also very confident that we will succeed. And I'm cuddling with my cat.
All right, I'll allow the 3.
I'll take 2 if you don't like the third one.
No, go ahead and use the 3. I'm losing you a bit there, Dave. I think. One more time, it kind of lost you on the sound for me on there. Might be having a small.
Wildly into a new spot. Am I back yet?
There we go.
Almost. Yeah, there.
Okay,
I think you're
sorry.
back.
Sorry about that. Yeah, I'd like to add chaos because we're pulling her randomly into a new spot. I also hate dishonesty, and I think that what she's doing is apparently dishonest.
I'll allow that too. Yeah.
All right. It is a 13.
13. That's at least 1 success. And Lucinda, what did you get?
I got an 8.
And that's a failure. So, Rayla, you have at least 1 advantage on your roll.
Okay. And I'm going to add confidence to that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to add my competitive.
Being alone. So I believe you'll have a +4 because the being alone one also applied, where you hate being alone.
Also abrasive because I'm being rude and just teleported without her permission.
And you also told all your 2 friends to just, you didn't, ask for help. You told them help me.
Yeah,
Mhm.
just fucking help me. Yeah, so that's
So
what.
that's +4.
Okay, cool. Come on. Right.
Oh, that looks like it didn't go well with that roll.
You got this. It's great. We're gonna succeed.
That was
But-
a 5 + 4, so 9.
9. Oh, that is a failure. It's close. So as you kind of make this circle trying to get this conjuration, and a little bit of help from Rain helps boost it a little further, but you can hear Steve soft purring as Lucinda's trying and kind of distracts you ever so slightly as you
Fair.
before you is a picture of Redhead, the same one that was in the fridge not too long ago.
Huh. God damn. Okay, so that's a failure on the level 0, basically, right?
Yep. However, it is still any spell you fail is still in your list, and if 5 failures will allow it to level up. So it is still added to your spell book.
Mhm.
And at this point, you've seen the other 2 kids kind of finish up their food and kind of head out that back door. And as they open the door and close it, you hear a sound of something like finger snapping again.
Oh. Can I follow the sound?
Mm-hmm.
The sound of snapping is through the door they went through.
Mm-hmm.
So if you kind of all go to that door, and when you open it, you see on the other side it looks to be like a garden back there, like a small little vegetable
Ooh.
garden. It looks like tomatoes, carrots, and so on.
Mhm.
And who goes to the door first?
Probably me.
All right, so listen, you open and you go through, and as soon as you step through, you hear that same snapping sound, and you find yourself back in the foyer of this mansion.
Oh. Okay then.
And standing in front of you are both the ebony and ivory skeletons. Oh, I see you have made your way back to the foyer. Yeah, I do believe she's made her way here. Bonehead, of course. Do you not see it in front of you? Yes, indeed. It seems you're not getting used to the place. Here at Discord Manor, the simple way it operates is you have to be clear on what you want, lest chaos decide where you'll be.
Ah. Interesting.
That is the way chaos works. Uncertainty is where we rule. I think she gets the idea, pal. Come on, you gotta make it work. Listen, friend. Simply decide what you want, walk through a door, and hopefully you'll be where you wish to be.
Hopefully.
That's the idea. Hopefully.
Got it.
And I think at this point, Rayla and Rain has already like stepped through, and you each have also arrived behind Lucinda.
So would we have heard that same speech?
Yes, you would have heard like towards the mid to tail end. So you hear what you choose happens is how the Discord manner works.
I turn to my makeshift friends and
Shift
I say,
friends.
yeah, guys, what if we just walk through a doorway and just imagine this girl with the fire backpack thing?
Let's try it. Wait, why are we hunting this girl?
Because we think she tried to hurt the teacher.
Okay, I'm on board. Let's
Okay.
go. And then I'm just gonna like.
Pretty too, she's over here. Yeah, your teacher. Yeah.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. You had me at teacher hurting. Let's do this.
That's good. Okay, right. What's the nearest doorway? Is the hallway right towards the dining hall that we walked
Yep,
through?
there's a doorway down the dining hall, and there's a doorway upstairs. Those
Okay.
are the 2 that you can see.
Okay. I think we should go back through the stair bit where she was, maybe. She
I
went
started
through.
to think we don't even need a door.
That's deep, bro.
Okay. Show
And-
me.
And you see Ebony kind of nudge Ivory at hearing Rain say that.
Rain just turns towards the closest wall, and again closes his eyes and puts his hands up so he doesn't hit his face in case it does work. And he's like, "Redhead girl," and like walks straight at the wall.
And you all watch as soon as Rain's about to hit the wall, kind of vanishes. That soft, audible snapping sound happens.
I really thought that he was going to run into that wall. That
I was
was
hoping.
impressive. Yeah. Oh, that's mean.
Of course. Have you met me yet? Let's go.
And Rain,
That
you
makes-
do find yourself in that garden that you had seen on the other side of the door, and you do see a redhead sitting in front of the garden, slowly her hair shifting from red to green.
Does she know that I'm there? Or is she like facing towards me away?
Nope, she's like sitting on one of these like stone seat benches, kind of like staring at the garden itself.
Okay, I will wait for Lucinda and Rayla to hopefully appear.
Oh, Rayla, Lucinda, do you also try to go?
Yep. I do. I run right at that wall thinking redhead girl.
Okay. And Rayla, you do watches once more. As soon as you see Lucinda about to hit the wall, snap, it's gone.
Okay. And then I saunter up to it and not even, just always slow strides, you know? Taking my sweet time. And just one foot after the other, and then I just step foot first into whichever wall, thinking about that red-headed girl with the backpack, because that's the identifying factor I know of.
And you as well end up in this garden kind of with the rest of them, seeing this female who was sitting there. Hair is, however, by the time you arrive, her hair is now this dark green, matching the leaves of the trees around.
Rain points at the girl and just nods like quiet, but that's her.
That's not red.
And I want to quietly go around to the girl.
Okay.
Then
And
as soon
she
as
doesn't seem to be paying attention at all. She is fixated on the garden.
Yeah, once I get beside her and like close, if she either looks up or not, once I'm beside her, I'll just say, "Hey, I like what you did back there, but it seems kind of mean. Do you want to talk about why you did that?"
Did what? I didn't do anything.
Oh, thinking that he's got like totally the wrong person. He's just like, "Are you sure?" Because I feel like you tried to drop the professor into a vault.
What? Me? No. I definitely. Oh, I'm not good at conjuration type spells. Not at all. No. It wasn't me.
So she looks
Is there
like
any? Is there any way to tell if she's being honest?
I mean, as far as understanding people, it doesn't seem like she's lying.
I would like to cast I haven't decided on the name yet because it has to be a cat pun, but I would like to cast Mind Biscuits. And
Mind biscuits.
you know how cats
Yep.
need the dough. And I'll walk up to her and I'll just like put my hand on her head and I would like to read her thoughts and intentions with Mind Biscuits.
All right, go ahead and roll me your spell.
Okay.
You're going to get at least one disadvantage as you are trying to pierce through a mind of someone who's not willing.
That's fair. So I'm going to say that I'm doing this confidently. Because I'm really good at spellcasting, darn it, and I just want to be successful. So that evens me out. It's a cat theme.
Since as long as you keep up the cat puns, you do get that.
Okay, awesome. And then so there's one, and then I'm gonna say that it is trying to keep safe my my favorite professor.
You can still correlate, yeah. I'll allow that.
Because I'm mad that I think she hurt my favorite professor.
All right.
Okay, so I'll just do 2.
I don't know if this works within the mechanics, but may I simultaneously cast my spell Sentiment that amplifies her emotions?
Yes. So this is going to be a fun thing because I think I already know how to make this work. Go ahead and cast your spell first. You can hold on to your
Mm.
result, Lucinda.
Okay.
Oh, it's a 13 without adding anything to it. But
A
I still dislike dishonesty. So could it be 14?
Only because you don't know whether or not she's lying or not.
Hmm.
But
Yeah.
13 is a success.
Okay.
So her current emotional state does get amplified. So immediately, the sense of panic that she's already experiencing gets higher and higher to the point that she starts crying because she is filled with so much panic and fear in the moment that she doesn't know what to do with it. That does give you, I will take away the disadvantage and add another advantage to yours, Lucinda. So you instead have another +2 on whatever you got.
Okay, so that's. Oh, that makes it a 13, which is just a flat success. Oh, thank goodness.
That is literally, look at that. Sentiment worked. It stacked perfectly. However, it is a bit challenging because right now you are riddled into breaching her mind of just panic and fear.
Okay.
But since it's so heightened, she has no way to control that. You're just getting the fear and panic of the fact that all you're getting is the main thoughts of that she's scared that people will notice what she can do, that she messed up a spell, she messed it up bad, and it won't go away.
Mhm.
And while this is happening, since you two are kind of casting your spells, ensuring it works, really you're the main one to notice that the stickers on her backpack have now turned to like flowers and other things like that. You see little carrot stickers and other things like emojis. And her skin gets a little darker and almost gets lines as if like bark.
Okay. I'm gonna see all this unfolding, right?
Yeah, you're seeing that part while Lucinda's kind of focusing in the mind, getting these thoughts of, I messed up the spell, it won't go away, I can't make it stop. Meanwhile, Rain is ensuring that the emotions are just staying at the surface. So it's easier for Lucinda to reach to the top.
I can tell she's not okay, right?
She's definitely overwhelmed. That is what sentiment does.
Okay, so I'm gonna go up to storm up to the girl that we are harassing, and I am just gonna hug her. Just give her a massive hug to get her to stop crying.
Oh.
And with the hug, you do see she's not so much calming down, but she's no longer like crying the hysterical like how much emotion was piling on, which makes it a little easier for Lucinda to deal with the feelings.
Mhm.
And all yours, I didn't, I tried the spell and it didn't work, and I thought I could do it to prepare for class, and it just didn't work.
It's okay. What happened? Yeah.
I tried to, I tried to get, I got some information on the class, the zodiac channeling, and I tried to make it work, and it backfired, and now it keeps channeling through me, and I can't make it stop.
Okay. Sorry, hon. What's your name? What is your name?
It's Luna.
Luna. Okay. Right. I'm Rayla. This is Rain. This is Lucinda. Okay.
Hello.
We aren't here to hurt you. We are just trying to help.
I just everything was fine, and then whoever did the lava thing, it made my channeling act up, but it only acts up when things are like whenever the elements are around, and that wasn't a normal conjuration.
Mm-hmm. I think we figured that, right, guys?
Was that a real volcano?
It's the only way I only change around the element. That's why I'm everything's turning green because the garden.
So I have an idea. It's going to sound a little bit crazy. How about you come with us while we try and figure out who did it, and maybe we can get a ping off their elemental magic. And then after that, as long as you're not in any pain right now, we can find someone more proficient with magic to help fix this so you don't do this.
That'd be great. It's been stuck and I can't make it stop.
On the bright side, you look very cute.
Thank you.
Oh. Right.
Ah.
We ain't got time for this. You know, if you want to flirt in your own time, we gotta go. Right.
I was just trying to make her feel that she's green.
Mhm.
We're
Sorry.
Okay. Okay.
Right, okay, let's go.
And
I'm not sure
she
where we're
kinda-
going.
she kind of gets up and, I guess I'll see you guys for class soon then, right?
Mm-hmm. Can we sit next to you?
Yeah, yeah. I'd like that.
Apparently,
Okay.
we've got a band of misfits, so I guess you're welcome if you want to be here.
Oh, I'll sit
Yeah.
next to her. You don't have to.
She kind of starts to walk away
Okay.
towards the back, that door that was to the back of the manor, and kind of goes to open and go through the door. Do you follow?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yes.
So as you kind of get through the door, each of you kind of, as you get through, you see, when you open the door, you do see the kitchen, that door that had opened previously. But as soon as you step through the doorway, you find yourself in a classroom. So a lot more concentrated. There's a whiteboard, and you see the desk that reminds you of old classic school with the little writing desks. And here comes this individual who kind of pops up behind the desk, slick back, black hair, leather vest. Welcome all to magical poetry with the slightest of pens, and you'll see we'll do this all to the very end. We're gonna make sure we learn how to make words be as magical as you are. And the only thing that can stop you is you. But before we begin, we're going to take a quick bio break for the stream. So I believe at this point we have the giveaway word. I believe is witches, right? I want to say it's witches. I believe that's what I wrote.
Witches?
Yes, if you put in witches into the chat, have I pull up this thing? We will be doing the Mithril Armory giveaway. So you do need to be here for we go through the break and when we get back. So again, enter witches into the chat. That's witches, as in not witch witches. And I believe, do we need the exclamation point? Tech, please confirm if we need the exclamation point before I. Nope, no exclamation point. Just go ahead and type witches, no exclamation point needed. Witches, again, which witches? Those witches. Yes, indeed, to enter the giveaway for Mithril Armory. So excited. They've got some amazing things. And we're giving away a set of Mithril Armory 1020s. And all you have to do is enter the word witches into the chat for a chance to win these dice. And the giveaway will be given away after the break. We'll be taking about 10 minutes. So we'll be back in 10 minutes. Again, enter witches for the giveaway for your 1020s. 10, 10, 20s on its 50s. What? Much love. We'll be back for more Witches and Spellcraft at the College
Bye, friends.
of Chaos. right, welcome back from the break. We are here doing Witches and Spellcraft, a tabletop role playing game created by Margaret Cron, who has created an amazing system that allows you to be the witch of your dream, that no one can ever stop you. And we're also doing our mid show giveaway that is still running. So go ahead and enter witches into the chat to get a chance to win a set of Mithril Armory 1020s because they are glorious as all hell. I'm just saying Cthulhu wants some, and we had to tell him no. So get them before Cthulhu comes for us. I'm just saying. We're going to do a quick introduction of the players one more time so you can know who the players are, who the characters are, and then we'll claim the winner. So use that time to enter witches as Lucinda. Bring us in.
Hi, everybody. I am Carly. I'm Pawn Plays. I'm playing Lucinda today. And I like casts a lot, and you can find me Mondays on the Fateful Encounters channel playing D&D 5e at 7 p.m. Central or Yeehaw time.
I love Yeehaw time every time I hear it.
It's Yeehaw time. That's what it is. All of them are in Texas except me. So,
all right, and Rain.
I'm David. I'm from the Great White North, Canada land. I'm playing Rain, who's a very emotional, dark guy. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at RomeSmith_Dave. And that's it.
Hey, that's more than enough. And Rayla.
I'm Jess. I am Rising Valkyrie on Instagram. You can find me on there, and I'm doing a 6-part mini-series starting this Sunday for every other week on TIO, which is going to be so fun. It's called Evermore Tales with Got DM as our DM. And I'll also be in a guest star of an episode of Phoenix by Night on D'Angelo's Twitch channel. So that's going to be coming up as well. I'll be playing Rayla. I'm playing Rayla today. She is, like I said before, what was it?
Badass with a bad attitude.
That was it. Thank you so much. I have the memory of a goldfish.
That's what happens when you're a badass. You don't have time for memory.
Come on. I just wing it, right? Wing it. Oh, like my eyeliner and like my tats. I'm going to wing it. Right?
I love it. And I'm Jay. What can I say? Casual Campbell. You can find me on all social media at casual_Campbell. And I am the head witch telling this story before you. So I feel like it's time to roll the winner. One last chance for you to enter witches into the chat. Otherwise, we're going to roll the winner in 5, 4, 3, 2, and roll it. Who is the winner? It looks like we have Typical Witty username. Congratulations, you have won the Mithril giveaway. Head over to the Initiative Order Discord channel. You'll be messaging Danny TIO to claim your 1020s. Stay tuned for more of this, Witches and Spellcraft, as we dive into the story. And thank you so much, Typical Witty username, for coming through. And everyone, remember, watch all the Initiative Order to get all the amazing stuff, to not just win prizes, but to have the prize of being a viewer for an amazing show. And here we are at the University of Aethercraft, a college of chaos. These three are three of many students that have been chosen to join the College of Chaos, where Discord, who seems to be their current head witch, is running things in pure, well, chaos. They have all shared their first class together with Katerina Chikova, better known as Katya, the conjuration professor, who taught them the best way to bring a new room to the way they like, using the spell Spare Room. However, it appears that someone was not too keen on the education they were getting and threatened the life of Katya. With some quick thinking, the students were able to help save the professor with some marshmallows nonetheless, and you could still smell the sweet, sweet roasting. I'm pretty sure someone grabbed some chocolate and graham crackers to really tie that meal together. However, upon that, they saw a redhead leaving the room. Red and fire, flames and volcanoes, it only made sense to chase them around, but literally we're chasing them through the chaos of this manor, which seems to be like a maze itself, since nothing seemed to ever make sense, but I guess that's what happens with chaos. They eventually were able to catch up and meet up with Luna, who has had a zodiac channeling issue with her class and a spell that allows her body to change to match the environment that she's in. seemingly not the target of the one who did this casting on Katya, our three, Rain, Rayla, and Lucinda, are decidedly becoming friends with Luna to help one, continue becoming better witches, and two, to find out which son of a witch decided to hurt or try to hurt Katerina. So we find ourselves in the classroom of magical poetry with Joe Featherpen. Welcome all to the class. What can I say? We've got the words with the most amount of mass. Here we learn that language speaks, well, many tongues, and many tongues speak many words. Here we're going to learn how to make words into magic in the way that anyone can. And with like a swish of the fingers, you see words appear on the wall. And upon this wall, you see the words we write go down in history. But shall we? Question mark. We never know what we'll do. So we're gonna show you something that I think you second and third year should be able to handle. It's a very simple spell, if you will. And then he kind of closes his eyes for a moment, and you all hear the faint ringing in your ears. And then suddenly in your mind, Lucinda, I see that you're fond of the cats, and might I say, I have a huge fan of cats myself. I got a good tabby at home waiting for me. Rain, you hear in your mind, I know that the words bring us so much weight down, but I see that deep down you've got words that echo volumes. Never let go of your feelings. They help make you a better person. And the Rayla you hear, you're a tough person indeed, but I do appreciate that you're willing to show you're vulnerable. Never back down, but then again, you already know that, don't you? And then you see him open his eyes, and today you're learning how to make sure words are heard, even if not spoken, to communicate with literally anyone in the world with the ease of thought itself. Who would like to be the first to send a message? And Luna's like hand starts kind of coming up like hesitantly, as a few other kids in his classroom are.
Yeah, Rain puts his hand up. He's like, I want to share a poem I wrote.
This is what
Oh,
Rayla would be doing. Just looking at notes. I'm not really giving a fuck.
Rain, you said you want to share a poem?
Yeah, he stands up and like walks to the front of the room, looking downward the whole time, and takes a paper out of his pocket.
All right, just make sure what you're going to do is it's not about the words you say, but the words you want to be heard. Project it to the room and let them hear what you've got. Not a moment too soon. Go ahead and roll me your spell casting for this to project words into the minds of people.
Oh man, I don't know if I'm even ready for this. I should have made. Oh, it's a 15.
15. Do you want to add any advantages to it just in case?
Gosh. Well, I love poetry.
That's 1.
My personality is serious, dark, and emotional, and this is a series. I mean, can I read you the poem that I wrote? Like, I feel like it checks those boxes.
I will say, not only do you succeed, I feel like how many advantages you'll get. This will probably break 18, which will make it a critical success. So first,
I
describe
kind of
me
feel
the
like
poem.
I feel like I probably should have waited until you told us how to do this before writing a poem and offering to read it.
Oh, it's perfect. So
Okay.
Go ahead, and as you are attempting to read this, just by looking at the pages, your ability to channel the spell works so successfully that just by you pulling out the paper, the poem is being read in the ears, in the mind of everyone, with the perfect eloquence of what you're about to deliver. Go ahead and give us the poem.
Gosh. So he's not super confident. He pulls out his paper and he looks down and he looks at me. It's a haiku. Spells make me happy. I can conjure things I like. I can't conjure friends. He puts it away and goes and sits down.
And everyone sits for a moment, and the way it hits their mind, it doesn't just hit their minds, it hits their heart. The weight of the words you said is they all kind of like, some of them kind of do that soft because of a poetry. Some of them snap their fingers. A few do a clap, and at least one kind of like leans over this desk and kind of, hey, I really like that, and goes back to like sit down. Might I say, this person here has shown that words have not just weight but meaning to them. That's what it means to send the word. So you will be able to add the spell Did You Hear to your spell list. All right, everyone. I need you each to try to send a message to someone in this class. The way it works is you just think of who you want to send it to. And it doesn't even have to be someone that you've seen. Just an idea of a person is enough to send a message. All right, Lucinda. Go ahead. So this room has several students, those that you know, the professor, and there's plenty of people in the entire world that you know, and you can send a mental message to any of them.
You say it doesn't have to be someone that I've seen, or it does? I'm sorry.
It does not.
So could I potentially think about whoever turned the volcano into real life and try to
Yes,
send
you
them
can.
a message? Okay.
Go ahead and try to send. First, try to connect to their mind to send this out.
Okay. All right. I am out of my depth. But this is kind of spooky, I feel, because I'm communicating with someone's mind that I've never seen.
Especially because I believe this is going to be a pretty intense message.
Yeah, it's going to be intense and angry. I am going to be clutching my spell book that I've just furiously written this down in because I need to focus. And I feel like that's it because it's not cat related, so it's not my strong suit. Please don't do me dirty dice. Ooh, okay. That's 12. I rolled 2 6s. 14.
14. A 14 is a success, and you describe it. So you feel confident that you've connected to the mind of this person you're targeting. What message do you send?
It will be me in the garden. I know what you've done.
All right. And you send it. You're sure that you sent it to the person. The sad fact is you never know if the person will respond or anything. You don't actually get to know where it lands. You just know it's being sent to the person kind of thing.
Okay.
So you're confident that they got it.
It's like a text message that says delivered underneath it.
Yep, you know for a fact. It says seen, like it says, oh, it's been read. Like you know they got it.
Read at 5:04 p.m. Got it. Okay.
Exactly. You just don't know who you sent it to in this case.
That's fine. They'll come.
Rayla. Who are you sending it to? And then roll me your spell with any advantages you'd like to offer.
Okay. Let me have a think. So I was thinking I want to send to everyone.
To everyone? Okay.
In the class, yeah.
In the class? All right.
I'm gonna say fuck you fuckers.
I'm here for it. So I'm already gonna give you one because you're abrasive. I'm giving that just off the bat. So what else do you got?
My competitor is in the room. Competition.
All right. Yes, we've decided as long as you're trying to one up or push against Lucinda, you get a little boost there.
Okay. Doing it with utter confidence. I fucking got this. Like, come on, as if not even gonna be hard.
All right. Yeah, no, we'll run with those. So that's 3 so far.
Okay. And it's not being alone though, because I'm communicating with a whole room of fucking people.
That one won't so much apply because you're sending a message. I will constitute the alone in proximity to people, but not just communication.
Okay, that's fair. No,
so that's fair. 3.
Okay. I'm just gonna keep with those 3. It's cool with you. Let me roll those d8s. Come on. Plus, you said 3, right?
Plus 3.
Yeah, so it's 11.
11. That is a partial success. So as you sit there kind of leaning back and you're like, fuck you fuckers. And like half of the room kind of looks over like, because you hear the voice and they look over at you like, seriously. But you do notice only maybe half of the room actually looks back at you.
Mhm.
You're not quite sure that everyone got the message. You were trying to broadcast to several of them.
Mhm.
If I hear it, I'll just nod and then
Actually, thank you for bringing up a solid point, Rayla. David, since you had a critical success in your spellcasting, there is a special feature that does happen where you may choose one of the coven and change one of the witch's characteristics or give them a new one. So this does include yourself, but you can choose to change or add a characteristic to yourself, Rayla, or Lucinda.
A lot of power, dude. Don't worry.
yeah, it seems so powerful. So would it be just like that? I'm adding an adjective, or could I like tone down Lucinda's joy?
Features.
Could I tone down her outward expressions of?
So like right now, her personality is confident, kind, and sometimes cocky. If you want to change part of her personality, you can change those. She likes cats and reading. You can change that. She hates bugs and hiking. You can change those.
Yeah, or you could add to it, or you can give her
Or
another.
you can change or just add one.
I'm gonna add subtle, just subtle, just some subtlety, just a modicum of subtlety.
So Lucinda, you are confident, kind, sometimes cocky, and have a modicum of subtlety now.
Oh my god.
See, bit subtle.
Just to tone it down one notch.
Is this the point where we start fucking with each other's characters? This is gonna be interesting.
I
I
hope
was
you know
asked
that
you.
my notches are maxed out, so dropping the peg a couple, it's not gonna be real noticeable.
If we can
That's
take
why
it
it's
from
called
an
subtle.
11 to a 10,
it's a
that's
success. Okay.
And then after a few moments, you all kind of hear in your head, well, I do say, we've got a game to play. Chaos and discord all around. I guess it'd be better if I burned the whole place down.
Mm-hmm. Do we recognize the voice?
You don't. You can definitely tell this voice is distorted heavily.
Mm-hmm.
And then you hear Featherpen. All right, who's coming in with such a bad vibe? And then you all hear. And I guess it's not too soon to bring the professor to his doom. And suddenly the room is engulfed in flames for only a second, as if it got sparked. And then it starts filling with water.
Oh shit.
So right now, this room has water coming up from under the floorboards, rising up to fill this room.
Can I create a portal? Like I want to create a portal to, for example, open up a portal at the wall, like in the wall from like building. You know how we do it anyway, like teleport and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to use that feature and imagine a body of water basically above a body of water, so above a sea, so that the water basically from our room filters out into the sea.
Are you using a spell, or are you trying to use the Discord manners weird mechanics?
I'm using that weird mechanics, yeah.
So I will let you know that you are aware that the only way it works is if you try to go somewhere, it will take you there.
Okay.
So you would have to go there yourself to make it happen.
Okay, then I look to Rain, Lucinda, and also Luna now, because we have friends of some sort. And I say, look, we need to work together. I don't think I can do this alone. But I want to create a portal that opens up so we can basically filter this water out into the sea.
Ooh.
You know what I mean?
So you're trying to it sounds like you're making a new spell?
Yes.
All right. I need a name for this spell, and then we can try to run this circle.
Dimensional Rift.
Dimensional rift. All right. So I believe you're trying to make it as a circle, which means you can get other people to help you.
Mm-hmm.
Luna is panicking too much to be of any help right now.
What about Prof?
The prof, he noticeably is trying to use other magics to do other things,
Okay.
which doesn't seem to be working.
Okay. Come on, team. Let's do it. I guess. I'm not good in teams, but let's just do it.
We can absolutely do this.
That notch was at the end, and it was.
Oh man.
I'm here for it. All right. So first, I do need Lucinda to roll me this spell.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God, that was brilliant.
I am confident that we're gonna succeed.
And as you get ready to do this circle, suddenly, along with the water, this room is starting to fill with wasps, bees, roaches, and spiders.
Oh God.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the people start dancing all around the room, almost enchantedly.
Mm-hmm.
And it starts to get real dark and almost silent, as if it's almost impossible to hear one another.
Should we cast spare room and fix it?
Let's do it together.
Okay.
And as we prepare to do spare room together, can I cast Did You Hear to the person that caused this?
You can try to send a message back.
Yeah, and I want to suggest, like, if you're going to burn down the school, the water's not going to help.
All right, go ahead and give me. So the room is still filling with water. You are choosing to, instead of doing the circle for the teleport.
Oh, I still want to jump on board that, but I would like to throw a splash of sarcasm his way.
Absolutely. So you're pausing to do the circle just a wee bit to do this, which is fine. The room only started just filling. So go ahead and roll me Did You Hear to be sarcastic at this person. I love
Taking
it.
a quick second to be petty.
Yes, and there's nothing greater than taking a quick second in a dire situation to be petty.
Yeah. I have a 12 on the dice. Personality, serious, dark, and emotional. It is I'm very serious. Like,
no,
the water's not going to help.
I will
the fire.
give this definitely serious because this is a serious circumstances.
And this is my favorite class. I love poetry.
That is, yes, okay. So you'll have a 2 on this Did You Hear?
So it's going to be a 14.
14. So you are able to, you can definitely get that. You send that message. You get the red ping, like somebody, he heard it or they heard it, pings of you sending this.
Yeah, like part of me is thinking that he might just shut this whole thing off. You know, like we might not even need spare room if this guy's like, oh yeah, that was stupid. Why am I flooding the place I want to burn?
And then almost as a response, the water starts changing material as the water turns reddish. And you start to realize the water is shifting into volcanic magma at this point.
I shouldn't have suggested that.
We're gonna die.
Okay.
So you all kind of jump onto your you all kind of jump on top of your desk, realizing that the ground is now literally lava.
Mm-hmm.
Floor is lava.
Before we cast that spell, I really want to quickly cast also Did You Hear to these two, just Lucinda and Rain quickly, because I don't want to say it out loud.
Okay. Give me a Did You Hear roll.
Did you hear blah, 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 blah. Anything I can add to it? This is the question.
I think because you're working with someone and you don't like to be alone, you're trying to do a team effort, I will give you at least that one.
Mm-hmm.
And what are you trying to say?
What I'm trying to say is I know who this fucker is. I think it's the guy we met when we walked through the door.
Oh.
And I'll say that, and that's all I'm gonna say. But I'm like gonna swear and everything. So like really aggressive.
I am going to give you 1 for coordinating, so not being alone. 2 for trying to decipher who did this, sharp-witted.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe that's the best that we can get out of this.
No worries.
So you can get 2.
What is that? Please tell me. That is a 15.
15. So you're able to successfully get this message out to only Rain and Lucinda. And are you also sending it to Luna?
Only the first part. Not the who I think it is. It's just I think I know who it is.
And then, okay, so you send, I think I know who it is to all three of them, but only Rain and Lucinda get you think it's the person you met at the door earlier.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you each have casted at least one preemptive spell. Lucinda, I will give you also the chance to try to do one thing before you do this circle.
Oh. Can I just cast Preferred Eye real quick? Catch a glimpse of an important event in the future. It may or may not be relevant to the situation.
Yes. Give me first the roll.
Okay.
This is how we're gonna. Yeah, give me the roll for this spell. It's automatically comes with at least one success or one advantage.
So I have one advantage. When I cast the spell, a cat's eye opens up in the middle of my forehead, and I feel like that is both catty and spooky.
I'll allow.
Honestly, I don't know if I'm going to be able to add up enough to get it to a success.
That's a.
I don't think I can do it. I rolled a
What's
4.
a 4, so that's a 7.
7. Yeah, I don't think I can get it to it. Was it a 10 to succeed?
At least a 10 to partially.
So
you kind of get that eye open, and you immediately get the vision of a massive fur ball coming from the sky and crushing Discord Manor.
Ooh. Well, that's either going to happen right now or that's a problem for another day. Anyway, and then I'm just going to stick my hands out and get ready to cast this circle spell.
All right, so I need Rain and Lucinda to go ahead and just give me a roll for this dimensional rift to support. You are in a dire situation, so you get 1 disadvantage. The room is full of bugs. Lucinda, you have 2 disadvantages. What's up, Rayla?
Sorry, sorry to interrupt. What we were deciding to change to spare room instead because there was too much going on for it to just be the water issue.
All right, so we are deciding to do spare room.
Yeah, we can.
Yeah, circumstances have changed and there's a lot.
All right. So, and Rayla, I believe you are the main one casting spare room.
I'll take it.
With those 2 negatives, I'm down to 3, so I don't think I'm going to get up to where I need to be for success.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to be able to help much there.
Mm-hmm.
That's a failure.
Lucinda, one of those, even though you're in a dire situation, it is spare room, which is a conjuration specialty of yours that was taught by your favorite. So you'll only have the 1 disadvantage.
Okay. So I will say that I am confidently casting this spell. So I have no disadvantages now because they cancel each other out.
We're at a neutral.
And then I am going to be extremely cocky in this casting, and I'm going to look at Rayla and be like, I should have been the one who's casting it.
Damn. Yeah, that's cocky. There you go.
Okay. And also, I need to keep my favorite cat, Steven, safe from all of these horrifying bugs, magma, and water.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't want to give it to me, that's fine.
No, you're trying to keep Steven safe.
Okay, awesome. So that puts me in an 11.
An 11? All right. So
partial success.
You have a +1 from Lucinda for this. Go ahead and use spare room.
Okay, so a +1 from Lucinda. It's a level 1 anyway.
Spare room it starts off as a level 0 when you get it. So it should only be with 1 success, 2. I think it's only 1 success on it right now.
Cool. So that's that. Okay, cool. And then I'm also gonna cast it confidently.
I mean, I feel like the fact that Lucinda said she should have wanted to done it, that's enough for you to be like, you know what, I got this. How dare you? Challenge accepted.
Okay. Right. So rolling with a +1.
So that's +2. One for Lucinda's success, and another one because Lucinda challenged you, basically.
Most likely would have done it saying "fuck you" to the motherfucker who did this, because it's it's horrible. Like, it's a horrible situation.
It very much so is. So I believe that'll be the most you can get out of your character. That's 3 total pluses you can add.
Thank you. Perfect. That will do. That's 3, you said, right? +3?
Yep, +3.
A 15 altogether.
15. That is enough to succeed, and you describe how it happens.
Nice. Okay.
So what do you do?
I channel my friends, new friends involved in this whole little witch circle. And I create a whole new room that is moonlit conservatory under the stars and the moon, and it's nice and cozy, but with like kind of like moon aesthetic, kind of like zodiac, like astral kind of aesthetic pillows and blankets and stuff like that. And there are some cats in there for Lucinda, and there's some like poetry books for Rain, and like stuff like that, and just a bit of like chill music playing, maybe like some soft rock. And I'm bringing everyone into this room just to chill and to get out of that.
So the lava was filling, the bugs are swarming, the room is dire, and suddenly at the peak of the panic, you're all brought into this wonderful moonlit observatory room established in the optimal comfort for each of you. And for the moment, you all feel safe as Feather Pen is like trying to still use magic. And as everything shifts, you notice the room does the change that it does from earlier. And everyone's in this new room except for Feather Pen. All the students are in here at least.
So 2 things. First, I'm gonna grab, like we had our hands kind of near each other. I'm gonna grab Rayla's hand. I was like, Rayla,
Yeah,
you did it. And then I'm gonna cast Did You Hear to Feather Pen.
Okay, go ahead and roll me the spell. Add any advantages that you believe you need.
Favorite teacher. So I'm at 10. Favorite class.
Favorite teacher, poetry. Favorite class.
Yeah, love poetry.
Oh, you love poetry. That's 3.
I don't know if like chaos helps here, because we actually just got out of the chaos.
Yeah, chaos will not apply to this one.
Yeah, I'll take the 3 and add that to my 10. And I want to ask him. I'll say, hey, how come you didn't come to the room with us?
So you do, as you send it, you do get that sensation that it was received and read.
Yeah.
Which gives you a small peace of mind, because had anything happened to him, it wouldn't have made it through.
Yeah. Does he respond? Can he respond?
You don't seem to get a response back.
But I feel like with this spell, a person could, right? That's kind of how you described it, is that a person could respond?
They could. Okay. It's very possible for them to try and cast it back.
Right. They're just casting back. Okay, so I don't hear anything back.
You don't. You are confirmed that it got sent, but you're left on red.
Okay. I'd like to try to cast Smear. So he takes his hands and rubs it under his black eyeliner, and it sort of like begins to turn into like an oil. It spreads down his hands. Those hands are black. And I'll put up my hands on the floor and smear a black circle. And I'm going to try to make use of which for the viewers at home, would generally let me view through a wall into the room on the other side. Given the mechanics of this school, I'm going to try to see back into that room to see if he's still there.
All right, you're going to use
And
Discord's manner.
Yeah, and I'm gonna hope that works. So I'll
Right.
smear the circle, and I'll think about this bee-infested lava room where he was last, and I'll poke my head in through the black hole.
All right, go ahead and give me your casting of smear. Any advantages you'd like to add? It does get an automatic +1 because it is a level 1 spell you have.
Nice. Okay, so that's gonna be a 9. Favorite teacher, 10.
Yes.
I'm going back into the chaos.
Yeah.
All right, so that's 11. What do I need? 11's that's just a partial success, right?
An 11 would be a partial success.
Um,
I believe 11
Personality
is
is serious, dark, and emotional, and I feel like this is a bit of an emotional response to see
I definitely
where,
can see the
where is he?
emotional. I
Yeah.
believe that'll probably still cap you at 12.
Okay, take it.
12 is a partial success as you get the smear and you poke your head through, and you have the intention you want to see into that room. And as you open the smear, and the first thing you do see is connected to the room, you do see what appears to be like another part of the dining room that you recall from earlier as you start to go through. But as you peek all the way through the smear, you do see yourself looking through the roof of the classroom you were in. And all you see is Professor Featherpan, who seems to be stuck in this like translucent box, almost like a prism made of like transparent crystal. And you see him trying to still cast spells and push on it, much like you saw earlier. But with your smear, now that the room's cleared of, there's no lava, it's just stuck in the middle of the classroom in this crystal-like structure.
Okay. I will take my head back out and explain the situation to Rayla and Lucinda. Say, the professor's stuck. We gotta help him. He's still in that room.
That's weird. We should probably help him.
We probably should. I like in here though.
You did a really nice job crafting this room, by the way. The cats and the books are phenomenal.
It is a great room.
Thank you. This is basically almost a replica of my favorite place at home. It's my conservatory. But
And I will say, since Lucinda, conjuration is your specialty and it was taught by your favorite teacher, you will have the understanding that spare room changes the appearance of a room to become a real simulation of another room, meaning that the room you're in is the classroom.
Okay. I see.
So we're still in the room, but we just can't see him because he's in his glass case of emotion.
Lucinda can drag the conclusion that the room you saw into was not the classroom.
So we need to try and find wherever that's at, because he's not here. So whoever this person is doing this thing, if it's the gentleman that we met earlier, he has some sort of vendetta against Featherpen.
I'm gonna cast Did you hear me again for us, because I really don't want to say any theory out loud.
Okay.
Out of cautiousness.
And I believe this is your third time using it, or fourth time. I believe it has leveled up at this point.
Okay.
So go ahead. It'll have a +1, and we already say, and I'm gonna give you another one just because you three are becoming tropey friends.
Mm-hmm.
You've used to speaking with them through this feature now.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll give you at least +2 to use this.
Mm-hmm. And is it sharp wit if I continue to talk about my suspicions about this person?
Yeah, and I think because you're communicating with him about your plans, sharp-witted definitely does fit in general because you're investigating.
Mm-hmm. Okay, perfect. I'll take that 3, if possible.
Okay. Go ahead and roll.
That's a fucking crit on both dice. Let's go. That is a 19.
So you were able to perfectly convey this message, so much so that even though you send the message, it creates almost like a group chat in your minds where you can all kind of feel this mental lobby for the time being, where you can speak to one another if you choose to. So, like, your thoughts in your head aren't being read, but you can choose to project them openly back and forth. And also, with this critical, you will be able to change the characteristic of yourself, Rain, or Lucinda, or add a new characteristic.
Ooh, that's a lot of pressure. I don't like it. I'm continuing to add to people's, personality.
You can just add to it.
Yeah, I'm gonna add to Reigns. And I think I'm gonna add enthusiastic.
Enthusiastic.
Oh,
That's
man.
that sounds like karma for making someone else subtle.
Yeah. Do I add this under personality?
Yep. You are now serious, dark, emotional, and enthusiastic.
I'm sure you'll be fine. I believe in your RPA.
All right, Rayla, you have established this mind connection. Please convey your message to open the group chat.
Okay. And can I feel how long it's going to be, that group chat?
You don't know how long it's going to be. It's going to last a little while. You're not quite sure on how long it lasts because this is not how the spell's supposed to work. You've kind of pushed it beyond its limits for this.
Okay. So in my brain, I go, "Hey guys, I apparently did really well on the spell. Here we are. It's a group chat. So feel free to reply if you want to. But I have an idea about who it might be. I don't want to say anything out loud just in case they can hear us through some other spells. You know how it works with spells, like things, someone's always listening, whatever, right? Just to be cautious." So I remember the guy saying at the beginning, we walked in, he was like, "Oh, welcome to this manor, like, ignore the skeleton, right?" But he was like, "Oh, yeah, like, burn it down, don't burn it down, I don't care." Like, talked about fire.
Wasn't that, in fact, Discord? Wasn't his name Discord? Wasn't that him?
Yeah, Discord himself. Right? Maybe. I don't know. I wasn't really.
No, I think that's a good. I think you're right.
I wasn't really listening, but he seemed to talk about fire, and I don't really know anyone else that has talked really that much about fire in general. Yeah.
It's true. He talked about fire and chaos.
And he
And
seemed
his name bored. He did seem bored.
right. He seemed like, "Oh, here we go again." Like he was like not really interested in us. You know what I mean?
I think you're absolutely right.
Thank you. But the thing is, I may not be, but it's worth investigating. But I don't know where to find this dude, the one that's in charge of everything.
I have an idea. I want to. I'm going to say out loud the room where Discord is, and then I'm going to fall forward, like straight onto my face through the floor, to go to where Discord is.
Got it. So as you do this falling, feeling that you understand the mechanics of Discord Manor, you fall through the floor, and as you do, you kind of find yourself floating in midair amongst clouds. And as you do, you kind of look around, and you do see someone else here. You see what appears to be this woman, long brown dreadlocks, olive skin, dressed in what appears to be clothes made entirely of woven like petals and stems of flowers. Oh, you've made it. Oh, you're actually early. Class is about to start. I'm glad you're here. Welcome to Zodiac Channeling.
Discord. I was trying to get to Discord.
Why? Do you not like my class?
I don't know. I don't know yet.
If you like, take a seat anywhere. We'll start class soon. I promise you won't have to
never-
report me to Discord. I'm a great teacher. I teach amazing stuff. That's why I chose to be out here. I thought being outside in the clouds would be a great teaching environment.
Is there? Where am I gonna? Where do I sit? Like, is it just clouds? Where do I sit?
You're literally just on in the air. Just no, anywhere. Just take a seat.
Okay. So he's floating in the air. The mechanics of sitting are a little weird to him. He's just gonna, I guess, pull his knees upward into a sitting position.
And you feel the pressure of as if you're sitting in a chair, perfectly padded, comfy, lower lumbar support, like you feel perfectly supported as you're sitting there in midair.
Is the chat room still available?
You can try to send stuff, and I'll let you know if it gets through.
Okay, I'll say, well, I ended up in a different class, but Discord isn't here, and I don't know where to go.
And you all receive this message.
Okay, and I say, we're coming, just stay put. I've got an idea. I turn to Lucinda, said, okay, I think we should imagine where Rain is, just to make sure we end up the exact same place.
Okay.
Yeah.
Solid plan. So just think of rain, and then I jump up and I grab my nose again, like I'm diving feet first into a pool, and my intention is to dive through the floor, but just not quite as belly floppy.
And as you jump in, you feel that sensation of falling for a bit longer than before, almost like you are about to hit water. And then as you do, you just kind of stop very comfortably as you are also standing in the middle of air. Rain's in a seated position near you. Oh yes, the students, they're arriving. Welcome to class. Woo. Hi, I'm Sky. Get it? I'm Sky and Tossbottom, and I am your professor.
So lovely to meet you. We're kind of looking for somebody that's not you.
Oh, okay. You also don't like my class. Okay.
No. It's not that. I'm actually really excited. I've never experienced anything like this. I'm just, and I'm like looking up at the sky above me, like quietly biding time until Rayla gets there. Like I'm just very but I was wondering if you had noticed anything perhaps weird, maybe, happening, around the school. I mean, it is pretty chaotic anyways, but like anything out of the norm for chaos or
No, actually that's why I like the College of Chaos, because we can do whatever we want, and the manor allows it to be possible. I can teach in the sky because it's okay. See? And then she like moves her hands and you see the clouds beneath you split and you see Discord Manor, a very small little house, almost like a Monopoly sized house if you're on a Monopoly board, on the ground below you.
and I just immediately gag and I'm like, that's amazing. And then I'm just gonna
Don't worry, take a seat anywhere you need to.
Okay.
And Rain turns around on his seat and tries to kneel on it. Like, I don't want to fall off this thing.
And you feel like as you try to kneel and you get the intention of doing that, it kind of conforms to make that comfortable for you.
Professor Featherpen is in trouble, and maybe you could help us help him help you.
No worries. He's a great professor. We're here to learn about zodiac channeling. I have syllabi available for you, and you see like the clouds form into like a sheet of paper, and then it solidifies, and the paper kind of drifts in front of you. And yeah, here's one for you. And you do see a few other people kind of like appearing as if they're walking through a door, some falling, some rising of different directions, kind of appearing into the classroom. Rayla, are you still in the observatory?
Yeah, I wanted to go. So I'm gonna imagine Rain and Lucinda, and I'm gonna basically jump through and land like superhero pose, knee on the ground, like fist on the ground, and head down until I land.
So you've become so comfortable with understanding that this Discord manor gets you where you need to be in the way you want. So as you kind of jump down, you all see as Rayla does the 3-point hero stance down into the area next to each of you. And a few people are like, and you hear, yeah, I'm right. She's the cool one.
And I just snap my head up to the professor and I say, "Oh, hey, Sky. Yes."
Oh, yes. Welcome to Zodiac Channeling. I'm Sky Tossbottom. And welcome to the class.
I'm so excited. This is the one class I was looking forward to all semester. This is it. This is all I wanted. I love like astrology and like anything astral. You should see my conservatory at home. It's like amazing. It's so like astral based.
Oh, I'm glad you like it. Today's gonna be a great day because I feel like the best way to learn is to, well, deal with the circumstances put in front of you, right?
I do have one thing I'd like to say, man. I'm so sorry to enter.
Yeah.
I think your life is in danger. Rain, you teleported where you think Discord is, right?
Yeah.
Then he might be around here, ready to carry on the pattern that's been happening to the other professors.
Oh, you think he's trying to swatch my class? Okay, no, I'm okay. If he's watching, okay, okay.
I tried to tell her that Featherpen was in trouble, but she wouldn't listen. She's very enthusiastic.
Let me explain. Okay. So, oh God, how do I explain this?
Listen, it's fine. If Featherpen was in trouble, it's probably because he wasn't teaching his class right. And Discord is a very strict curriculum. He wants to make sure that all the students are being taught the best professors possible and the best ways of magic. So if Featherpen wasn't a good professor, that's why he's in trouble. And I will not be in trouble because I'm wonderful. And I think we're gonna learn today a great one that I think is very important. See, one of the greatest things about Zodiac channeling is understanding that the stars guide you through. Comets fall, asteroids fly, and sometimes you just drop and immediately you all start falling.
No.
And I think some of the best ways to learn how to control momentum is the zodiac of air. So we're all going to learn to instantly control that momentum with snaps fingers, and you see as she stops and you're all kind of still going down. So it's your turn as you hear it echo from a distance further and further and further away.
Rain tries to grasp at the chair, the invisible chair, to try to put it underneath himself again.
All right. The chair is your choice. I need you to roll me for this spell.
Okay.
And this spell is stop. Wait a minute.
Okay. Stop. Wait a minute. Okay. Oh gosh. I like. This is a little chaotic.
Very much
hey,
so.
you know what? I am now enthusiastic, and my teacher here is very enthusiastic.
Yep, run with this enthusiasm.
Okay, yeah, I'm enthusiastically trying to pull this chair underneath me before I hit the ground. Gosh, I think that's all I got is enthusiasm. Is this chaotic? Is this chaotic? I mean, this whole place is chaotic.
Oh, this whole place is chaotic. So yes, I will give you that one too.
Yeah, I'm gonna have those two, and that's all I got, I think. 11.
An 11. That is a partial success. So as you're falling, you actually feel, you reach and you feel like as if you feel the leg of a chair. So you start gripping it and you're like trying to climb up this chair as you feel it falling with you. And the moment you get to a point where you sit, immediately you just stop falling.
Okay.
And you stop in place and you see a few other people flying by you, falling by you. Lucinda.
I am going to frantically wrap one arm around Steven because I don't want Steven flying off in the sky. And I am going to just start snapping aggressively and just being like, stop, and like very loudly.
All right, go ahead and give me the spell.
Okay, I'm going to I'm using my cat.
Okay.
I don't want to fail this one because I feel like I'm gonna die.
Would you say what did I give you as a
Subtle.
trait?
This isn't subtle. This
Yeah,
is
this is
me
subtle.
just like
No, never mind.
panic
Yeah,
snapping.
this won't help.
Yeah.
That won't help at all.
So I'm holding my cat. Okay, I'm holding my cat. And that teacher was extremely cocky, and I'm very put off by her cockiness because I'm usually cocky.
I would give it if it wasn't for the fact that you're panicking.
Okay, that's fair. I just need one more, Jordan. But I don't think I have it.
I don't think so. I'm guessing that's a failure.
Yeah, it is.
So you keep falling, unable to stop, getting closer and closer to hitting the ground.
I vomit.
You vomit.
It's not subtle, but it's the truth.
Do you, just because it's going to matter, do you vomit up or down? I think you muted.
Did I hit my thing? Can you hear me? Now?
Yeah. Okay. Yes.
It's definitely like to the side because I am smart enough to not vomit down, so it comes back up into my face.
All right.
You're gonna need a spell called Vomit Umbrella.
All right, Rayla, you are also falling. Do you have any advantages for this spell?
Am I behind or in front of Lucinda?
So because I feel with Lucinda's panic and the fact that you were a little more prepared from your landing, Lucinda's been dropping aggressively.
Okay. Okay. I'm going to dive. Do I see this bomb? This bomb coming for me?
You definitely at some point do see Lucinda turn to the side and just chuck to the side.
Then
as you fly by Rain, who's sitting in midair like, whoop.
Then I am diving away from that, like bomb, because I don't want to get hit with that. And I'm going to summon like Glimmer, finally, out into the sky and kind of basically get on the saddle, well, get on Glimmer's back. And just kind of say, honestly, what the actual fuck, Sky? And then just snap.
All right, go ahead and give me your roll for the stop. Wait a minute. As you say, what the fuck, this guy's like, you got this.
So I'm gonna go with swearing at my professor, which is abrasive.
I'll allow that.
Yeah. She's always confident. Well, or we can do it's her favorite professor anyway.
That is true. That is your favorite professor, so.
And her favorite class. And her favorite first closest to a familiar. Her familiar is there with her.
You know what? Because you did take the time to tell me you're familiar, that is, I'll give you +4 for this roll.
Cool.
To stop. Wait a minute.
She's also athletic. I'm just saying she had to like saddle her like a unicorn in the sky.
I'll allow that because you did have, you went for the epic way. I'll let you.
5?
Yeah.
Oh, I rolled a 3.
Oh damn.
Oh, +5. Are you serious?
So you continue falling with your familiar, and Lucinda's next to you, and you're getting both closer and closer to hitting around. Rain, you're watching, and as the clouds kind of start to seal, but below you, Rain, you lose sight of them, and Lucinda and Rayla, as you keep falling, just as you're about to hit the ground, you find yourself standing right in front of Sky, back in the clouds. Okay, so seems like it didn't work for everyone. And you see a few more people kind of appear, and like the few people who succeeded, they kind of elevate them. They're being elevated back into to be all level with everyone. Oh, that was very unfortunate. Well done, Rain, Luna, and you see Luna sitting there like shaking a bit. Her hair is like a light blue airiness to it, kind of like, I did it. And she as well starts to go over to the corner. Okay. Well, I think we've done really well today, and I'd like to just say, and as she says that, you just see her slip. Like just start falling. And you can even see, like, as she's falling, you're kind of being brought down slowly behind her, like half her pace. She's trying to snap her fingers further, further, further until finally you lose sight of her.
Okay, I'm gonna dive straight after her. Head first, like actual dive position, and stay at that velocity until I get to her.
As you're diving, so you're trying to follow her. So Rain and Lucinda, however, you do notice something brown in the distance.
It's Lucinda's vomit.
Probably.
And as you look closer, it starts to look more larger and larger as clouds start to part to your right and up further up in the sky. However, Lucinda, you can identify this strange mass. It's a giant hairball.
Oh God. That's a now problem. This is not acceptable.
So as that's happening, Rayla, you are full on swan dive, coming down, trying to chase as Sky is falling, trying to snap her fingers, trying. You can hear different spells being casted as nothing seems to be working.
How close are we to the ground?
You've got a couple 100 feet, but you are falling fast.
Couple 100 feet. Then I'm gonna say, "Fuck you, Discord," as I cast Marshmallow Princess onto the ground.
All right, go ahead and give me a roll of Marshmallow Princess.
So, 1, it's my favorite teacher.
Yes.
2, I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out.
I will give you confident because you chose to just dive forward without a plan. And those are the only 2 I can definitively give you.
Okay. Right, let's hope I roll better then. Let's go. Otherwise, this is gonna go splat. Wait, so I rolled a 13, so I got 15.
15, that is a success. Tell me how it works.
Okay, so again, I shoot out little pastel lightning bolts out of my fingertips as I like hold on to this guy's arm, like hook her in, and Glimmer's still with me, so I kind of just drag her onto Glimmer as well because Glimmer's been falling with me too. So it's like almost synchronized diving. Like it's just we were in sync. You know, we've grown up together with besties. So we're diving down, right? This rainbow unicorn, basically with an iron cat fucking tail. And I hook onto Miss Guy, drag her onto the back of Glimmer, and I start firing out these little lightning bolts, like lightning shots of these marshmallows. And this time, though, it is a very large area. Just in case we miss.
So you make this massive marshmallow platform as you're diving head first into it, synchronized, and a hard splat happens. But for you, it's more of a comfortable padding as you feel yourself sink in for a moment, and then the marshmallows kind of expand to bring you back to the surface. As you do see some of your class, their entire platform that they were standing on of sorts comes down to the ground, and each of you feel the ground again. And Rain, you do feel you feel that sensation of sitting on the chair, and you kind of feel the chair bending to make you stand up, as if the chair itself is pushing you off.
We're all standing together again?
Yes, the entire class, the three of you, Luna, a few other members of your class that you've seen in the other classes and throughout the moving of the foyer, they're all standing there, some of them just looking straight up and pointing.
The professor, she splat? Is that what happened?
Into the marshmallow padding. So she's laying there into the marshmallow kind of shooks. But you all do see this giant hairball literally barreling through from the sky, and it's massive. It's as if... Yeah?
I would like to cast a spell, please.
Yes, please cast the spell.
I would like to cast Parachute.
Parachute?
Parachute.
Parachute. Okay.
So it is an extremely large cat-shaped parachute. I can conjure it. And I would like to conjure the cat-shaped parachute onto the fur ball to slow it down, because I know, having dealt with lots of cats before, that nothing stops a fur ball when it's on its way to the floor.
So that's 2 because already the cat.
Dang it. I was trying to get 2 cats. I'm going to do this very confidently. And I'm also going to be subtle about it. I'm going to try and keep people from freaking out.
And from doing that, I'm gonna respect that and turn around and say, "Look, let me help you."
Yeah, absolutely. That would be great.
All right. So you're joining in on that.
Mm-hmm.
So go ahead and add in the spell to cast a spell to aid in this casting of the parachute. Rain, anything you'd like to do?
Yeah. I think about what I'm good at. I think I'm not good at anything related to this, but I'll enthusiastically give it a try.
I love it. So go ahead and give that. And you do see a few other people in the class are kind of like trying to come and help as well.
Mm-hmm. So can I take still protecting my favorite professor because she's right here still.
Yes.
Yes. Aren't we technically still in that class? I'm just saying.
Class hasn't ended, so yeah.
Yeah, okay. So we're still in zodiac channeling. Okay. I'm gonna do it because I'm not alone anymore. This is not me being alone. This is me helping a friend or friends. Yes.
Yeah, no, definitely. You offered to help, which is important to not being alone.
And confidence to overcome my abrasiveness, because I was confident and I stood up for myself and I was like, "Look, I'm gonna help you." I was confident in that, in our friendship and our bond.
I will give you 4 for this.
Okay. Let's hope I get a success, shall we?
Rain, while you do yours to help, enthusiastic, yep. I will also permit serious and emotional.
Yes, that's fantastic. Excellent ruling, GM. Excellent ruling.
I got it.
You got a 15, Rayla?
13.
13. All right. That's at least 1 advantage added.
I have a 17.
Ooh.
And that's another one. So I believe you have 6 added to your chances for this parachute.
This is going to go perfectly.
This goes so perfectly. That is a 17.
Ooh.
17. As you all are channeling into this moment, each of the students helping enough to add several successes on to just push it just into that critical level. Lucinda, tell me how this spell works as this giant fur ball is coming down.
So, it is a giant fur parachute that is in the shape of a cat, sprouts from the back of this giant fur ball. And as it catches the wind, the fur ball sort of stops and then just gently starts to swing ever so slowly to the ground at a nice controlled pace away from where students and the house are.
And it lands into the area over there where the trees kind of where it just kind of gently lands on top of it and sits on top of the treetops, just sitting there, this giant fur ball behind the Discord Manor. And then you do see Sky kind of climb out of this marshmallow stuff. Okay, that was, wow. Thank you, Rayla.
Mm-hmm.
Well done on your spells. Class, well done on the dealing with the meteoric furball.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess, and then poof, disappears.
Why does this keep happening?
I'm just gonna.
Professor said that Discord would get rid of professors that weren't very good. So I guess he got rid of her. That sounds fair.
Excuse me? She was
Well,
my favorite.
she almost killed herself with her own test. So, like,
I don't think that was her fault.
It might have been Discord who ruined it for her. She couldn't cast a spell.
yeah, I noticed she couldn't.
There might have been some anti-magic there. We never know.
I have a wild idea, you guys.
And I just reach out and just grab some marshmallow and eat it while I'm listening to you.
I also reach out and like shove like marshmallow in the corner of my mouth. I'm like, so I was thinking that hold on. What if Discord is all of the professors and he's just fucking with us?
Oh my god.
Ultimate troll.
That would make
Ultimate
sense.
chaos. And that's why everybody else looked so unamused as we walked past the large skeletons and past the announcers, because they're all used to this garbage by now. And they just ignore it.
So like an initiation?
Oh my god, are we being hazed?
That would
You just-
explain.
It's fun. You hear clapping as the front doors of the manor open and out comes Discord. Well, goddamn. First time someone's made the correct assumption. Okay, listen. In my defense, my professors had all called out sick. So I had to do my best to use their curriculum, and my magic specialty is none of theirs. I just did what they used, and I thought the best way to learn would be dire situations.
You
I wanna
literally
feel
made me
it.
vomit this guy.
You know, and I admit that was hilarious.
And I want to
But
cast Hello Princess, please.
you all learned the spells.
I'm gonna smush him with it.
I want to ask him, how do you feel it went today?
Oh, and Rayla, what were you saying?
Oh no, I'm gonna smush him with Marshmallow Princess whenever you finish talking to him.
Got it. Well, I think you all learned how to speak without using words. You've all effectively learned how to make a spare room, and you all know how to stop momentum when the moment calls for it. I consider it a great day. See, the thing about the College of Chaos is we learn how to help and sometimes to harm. What we can do is not always for the best, but it is always something.
But how do you feel? And I want to cast sentiment and wink at him.
All right, so we're gonna get the both Marshmallow Princess and Sentiment to both hit simultaneously. I need you both to go ahead and roll me this as you attempt to Sentiment and Marshmallow Princess.
And I turn to Lucinda and I'm like, you got anything? All three?
Lucinda, are you adding to this assault on Discord?
You know, I don't think I am, and I'm sorry for that. It's not that I dislike you, it's just that I'm really sad at the lack of disorganization, and these marshmallows are really good that I've been eating off of the ground. And I'm not as mad at him as the rest of you. I think I sort of get it. So I'm just gonna sit there and be like, I support your decisions.
I can make you marshmallow whenever you need it. And
It's good.
Okay, so I feel like at this point, I hate dishonesty. So he's
Yes.
mad at the professor for this.
I will definitely add yes.
I think in this moment, I think I'm being serious, dark, and emotional.
Oh no, very much so. This
is a pretty serious response to this guy. Like I'm cheesed off at him.
So that's 4 being added.
Yeah.
I would even add in the chaos to it all.
Yes. So 5. I rolled a 9, an 8, and a 1. So a 9 plus 5, so it's a 14.
14. So as you hit this sentiment, I just and you start to see this like essence of their material form fading away, and you see this ebony skeleton wearing this black suit with the white suit with the black tie. As you, I just wanted to do what I'm told, and I, I didn't want to do it. I'm sorry. As he suddenly, Rayla, what did you get for your marshmallow roll?
I haven't figured it out yet, but okay. Hold on. So let's see. What can I do? I was gonna sprint at him. That was my plan while I casted it. Like
Yes, and you
sprint.
you would be sprinting at him prior to him changing, and you'll be
Yes.
casting this as his form is being revealed.
Okay. I take. Can I take athletic?
Absolutely, if you're sprinting at him and you're pretty cheesed at him, so
Abrasive.
you're sprinting, abrasive, you're coming at this confidently.
Yep. I'm not doing this alone.
You are not.
No. Yeah.
That's a 4.
Yep. 4. I'll take the 4.
And I believe this is a now level 1 spell. That's a
Yes, because I've cast it a lot anyway. So that's an extra another 1 again, right?
so 5 for this one.
Okay, 5. That is perfect because I got 13.
All right. So you are able to 13 is a success. You can describe how it happens as you assault who you thought was Discord with the Marshmallow Princess.
I'm gonna hit 1 on his feet so he stays standing. 1 each. So it sticks him to the ground, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna hit 1 in the face. And then 1 in the chest. And then 2 on either side of the hands. And then 1 right in the crotch.
Oh. As he gets pelted with these marshmallows and finally one at the crotch. And even though he's a skeleton, oh, right in the bitty bones.
And I would have heard what he said as a sentiment, right?
Yes.
I'd be like, who gave you the order? Who told you to do this?
And then from behind you, he walks Discord as if appearing, much like you've seen many times from other people. It's the way it works. You need to understand the College of Chaos, things don't always make sense. And sometimes the magic goes awry, and you need to be prepared for when your magic fails, when other people's magic fails, or when magic itself just doesn't work. There is reason within the chaos, we just can't make sense of it. And sometimes all we can do is make the best of it. That and also hitting a skeleton in the dingleberries is possibly the greatest way this could have ended for me. But, you know, you all have passed the first day of College of Chaos, and now you know what to look forward to. And you see you see like little pictures of the other professors kind of like coming up on windows nearby. Don't worry, they're all fine. Just we weren't prepared to start for this day. That's how chaos works. But I promise you, we'll be a little more organized for tomorrow.
I just want to throw a piece of marshmallow at him. Not a spell. I just want to throw the marshmallow.
And the marshmallow hits, and some of the other people are like laughing. Some of them are still a little shook. Some are like, I don't like this. And you see Luna kind of like taking an exhale as like her form seems to change. She's getting her blonde hair, and you start to recognize her from when you first arrived. The blonde hair is coming through, and no longer the bark skin. Her natural skin color comes back. And that is how we end the session. You have all survived the first day of the School of Chaos at the University of Aethercraft, where you accept knowledge above all nonsense. And you have learned the knowledge of chaos. I want to give a special thank you to the initiator for letting us have this stream, to Danny for running the tech. And let's go around and reintroduce these amazing players that had amazing characters for the day. Lucinda, Talk to us.
Hi, I'm Carly. I go by Pond Plays on all my social medias. I was playing Lucinda. This was super fun. Witches and Spellcraft is a game that I would like to incorporate into my stuff. You can find me every Monday at 7 p.m. Central Time or Yeehaw time, where I play D&D 5e with a group of friends. I bounce back and forth between playing a barbarian and a sorcerer. Depends on the Monday. We switch.
Love it. Rain, bring it in.
Yeah, I'm David. I play with Realm Smith weekly on Monday evenings as well, 7 p.m. Eastern. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at realmsmith_Dave. And I'm also the co-founder of Mithril Armory, and we're happy to sponsor the Initiative Order.
It has been amazing having you, Rain. And Rayla, badass with a bad attitude. What you got?
I'm Jess. You can find me at Rising Valkyrie on Instagram. All my promos will always be posted there, whether it's a post or a story. So if you ever want to check out my stuff or what I'm going to be on, I always on different people's channels a lot of the time. So like this Sunday, I'm starting a 6-part mini series with TIO with Evermore Tales with Got DM and a new amazing cast with coming up. So definitely come check that out at 2 p.m. PST. And yeah, just chilling, having good vibes, sharing the love, spreading the love with positivity.
And I love it so much. And I wanted to take a quick moment. Casual ends streams in a very specific way. We have all experienced the college of chaos where everything is a bit of insanity because that's what life is. Life is a lot of highs and lows, ups and downs, ins and outs, and it's hard to make sense of it. And when those times come around, it's easy to be overcome with emotion, and sometimes that emotion is crippling. We've had characters play many types here, from those who were witty and snarky, sad and depressed, and excited and enthusiastic. And those feelings are all important. We've had people experience these panics on stream where the characters were overwhelmed with their emotions and didn't know what to do. Sometimes that may happen to you, and I want you to know that I, Casual, and much like many other people on this stream, the Initiative Order, and even people that specialize in Jaspers Game Day, want you to know you're not alone. We are always willing to listen. We'd rather hear what you're going through and figure out how to help you than to hear bad news. So take the time to extend that to a friend you know, spread the love, because that's what the Initiative Order is all about. They ensure that you know you are cared for as a human being, as a person, as an identity. And Jaspers Game Day has always been that. So when we play TTRPGs, we help spread that love and community, because that's what it means, as community is coming together with unity. What can I say? I'm Jay Casual Campbell. You can find me on all social medias at Casual Campbell. I do great tabletop RPGs on my channel, Casual Campbell, where I work with the Initiative Order. I do a lot of custom writing, and I'm writing my own TTRPG where the playtest is coming out for people to see coming July, Deep Breath 5e experience. And I'm able to write that because people have always told me to believe in myself. People have stood by me on my worst days and best days. So I promise you, we do the same for you if you are willing to speak up with it. So you can always message me directly if you want that love and support. You can also, I'm pretty sure a lot of people here will offer that same thing. We'd rather talk to you and help you feel better than hear bad news, because that's what love is about.
Absolutely.
100%.
Thank you all so much for tuning in for this showing of Witches and Spellcraft, the Aether College, knowledge above all nonsense. Much love and stay casual.
Good night, friends.
Bye.
Bye.